Dion, D-E-O-N?
Yeah. Okay, we live. We live, but take your time. D-O, go on, finish yourself. We on here, man. We good.
Hold up.
You all right? Huh?
Okay, did I do it right?
Yeah, what it say? Live interview with Slink and Dion. There you go. Here, go live. Hold on, let me get. Okay. Just give us a minute at All Over the Place podcast. Thanks for tuning in. If they already in, if they ain't in. Yeah. Make sure the audio is good. Like, what's up, Eric Johnson? Come on in. Got my man uptown. See, I got to get him up in here. I got to go in the community and get him.
Just woke up, it's a blessing. Time to go spread this message. Can't get no testimony if you ain't never been texting. More hit my phone, I'm pulling up. I ain't about to be texting. And whatever them people's talking about, tell them to bet it. You know they gon' believe you when you answer all they questions. That's why a real leader only move with real steps. Lifting that heavy.
Bad boy, man. Hey, man, bad man. Yeah, bad man. You like that beat? That beat so great. Yeah. Let's see if we're going to give him a mixture. I'm going to bring it back. Yeah, so. See, what do you think? You want to stay there?
Just woke up, it's a blessing. Time to go spread this message. Can't get no testimony if you ain't never been texting. Won't hit my phone, I'm pulling up. I ain't about to be texting. And whatever them people's talking about, tell them to bet it. You know they gon' believe you when you answer all they questions. That's why a real leader only move with real steps. Lifting that heavy metal, only way to deal with pressure. Just slice it up like some paper and throw it in the shredder. I hear they passing out indictments to all of the fellas. We know the story, we just waiting to find out. When they sent me down to the feds, I was really stressed. I told myself I ain't coming back, bitch. I learned my lesson. The devil was a lie. Why you acting surprised? Jesus told me he seen Satan falling out the sky. That's probably why I keep on hearing both these babies die. It's a war going on, nigga. Gotta choose your side. Put faith in God. That's the one that made it happen. Did hit my plug, cause I know my man got it for me. What's up with you? Look at your face. Why you ain't happy for me? That's probably cause I got your baby mama capping for me. Okay, let's get this paper. I never been that hater. Just got the house outside the city with the nosy neighbors. They see me pull up in that Audi looking so amazing. Even though they be waving, nigga, that don't make them racist. Okay, switch it up. I'm so lit. Hold my cup. She say, why you keep on drinking, bitch? Cause I ain't drunk enough. I can't be exclusive with you, shorty. That is not for us. Right now, can you back it up? You trying to eat what you got for lunch? I pulled up in my phone. Bitch, you know the shit that I'm on. Can't compare to none of these niggas. I ain't doing the shit that they doing. Say she wanna roll with me because you born. Since I caught you sleeping, I'ma make you keep snoring, nigga. Want me to break it down, then you gotta fuck it up. Want me to bust it down, then you gotta fuck it up. Want me to break it down, then you gotta fuck it up. You gotta fuck it up, bitch. You better fuck it up. I told them all that ass shaking, moving all around. All that ass shaking, moving all around. Throw it in the air, bouncing on the ground. Do it just like make it sound. Want me to bust it down, then you gotta fuck it up. Want me to break it down, then you gotta fuck it up. Want me to bust it down, then you gotta fuck it up. You gotta fuck it up, bitch. You better fuck it up. I told them all that ass shaking, moving all around. All that ass shaking, moving all around. Throw it in the air, bouncing on the ground. Do it just like make it sound. Want me to bust it down, then you gotta fuck it up. Bitch, you gotta fuck it up. Bitch, you gotta fuck it up.
Yes, indeed.
Man, there you go. Thanks a lot. Thanks for tuning in for at All Over the Place podcast. I have a beautiful guest here, a guy I know over 25 years, who I have history with, that I am so proud of, who is making great strides in our community. And it's always great to give people their roses while they're here.
Yes, indeed.
And a lot of times we don't have nothing good to say about a dude to you in the ground. We need to start giving people their roses while they're walking around.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, This is the Food Lord. Yeah, this is the Food Lord, man. Coming to you, man, live this Thursday, man. Thanks for everybody tuning in. For those who haven't tuned in yet, we waiting for you to come in, and for the guests who are connected to Antonio, we really appreciate you taking time out to listen to us. We're going to first start the show out how we always start, because of the state of our community over the last, well, really not, really not just the last 10 hours, probably over the last 2 or 3 decades. We have lost so many soldiers through senseless gun violence, kids, parents, convicts, crooks, pimps, hoes. We lost innocent people. We had lost people that don't have nothing to do with what's going on through stray bullets and fentanyl and drug abuse. Our community needs prayer. So we're going to first start off by praying for our community. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to pray for our community because we had a tough state right now. We got a lot going on. We're just coming off the rebound from COVID. It's still lingering in the air. You know, people are still getting COVID. You know, people have made conscious decision to wear masks. Some say no. Some are using certain kinds of what you want to say provisions when it comes to where they go and how they go. And you being a health guy yourself, because you wrote 2 beautiful books, which deals with how to live longer based on what you intake.
Indeed.
Right? But we're going to get to that because that's part 2. But what we really want to talk about is the play, stage play. What's the title? Or if you got anything that you want to talk about, give the people a little bit more enlightenment on, how you came up with the title. The title, for your information, is Emergency Room, right?
Yes.
It's Emergency Room, and it's in production. You have your cast.
Yes.
All cast. You don't have no openings.
I actually have the leading role. I auditioned a guy individually this week because he can't meet up with us on the day that we're doing our rehearsal. So I'm gonna do a personal. I'm still looking for 2 people actually. One for a lady role that's very funny, extremely funny. And I have the key role, who's going to really steal the show, the one that's going to put the icing on the cake.
Well, that's called what?
The Emergency Room.
Okay, no, the players Emergency Room. You got two positions available.
Yes.
You're looking for a girl with personality, upbeat, nice spirit, funny. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Attractive.
Yes.
But
she has to have that older look.
Right. So when you say older, what you mean? What you talk about? So you might offend some people. So I'm older now.
We can put a wig on her because
a wig. Oh Lord,
we can put a wig on a woman, make her look a little older.
The way P Valley going, you can put a wig on a man around Uncle Clifford around. You might got to see what's going on, man. So that's another topic too. P Valley, man. That went all the way left. But we're gonna get back to that. That's for the back burner when Dion gave us something. Right now, we focus on the emergency room. We talked about a primary destination for the play actually to be held. You know that.
So right now, I'm in between the Lincoln Theater and the Bowie Theater.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more leaning towards the Bowie Theater because of the parking. I wanted to be a safe parking for people and people not have to walk distances to reach the location where the play is being shown. So I'm really leaning towards the Bowie.
Excuse me. Riri, you right. You might have some. She is funny. Riri Coleman. That's my home girl.
Hey, Riri.
Riri, I can get you in. I need an audition.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so now what we got? You got one.
Okay.
See, that's also what this is all about too. Sometimes we put stuff out there, people, because a lot of times people shy.
Yeah, they need
that. Right. But when they start talking about, next thing you know, y'all on the road doing 30 shows and checks start coming. Now everybody want to be in the play. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, like in our community, when we build businesses, the mass of the funding comes from our own pockets.
Yes.
Right? Because it's hard to get funded.
Yes.
In some instances where people like you, it's your idea, very few people want to take their idea to somewhere else because it's in certain instances people stole the idea. People have breached contracts and said they was going to do this or said they were going to do that. And money's been stolen. So people are a little apprehensive about just taking their idea to somebody.
Yes.
Right. Where they know they might not know that much about the business aspect. So if they do, like you say, like if your play was to blow up and somebody wanted to come get it, like Tyler Perry, you know, because sometimes they want to buy stuff.
Yeah.
Would you sell it?
No, because I can profit way more than just selling it to
That's what I'm talking
somebody. You know
about.
what I mean?
Okay. All right.
And then I'm passionate about it. I don't want them just looking at my work as being just about funding. It's more so about getting a message out. That's my ultimate goal, being able to get that message out while edutaining people at the same time.
Oh, okay. All
You
right.
know?
Okay, you want to be a producer with nothing. Okay, that's what we're going to talk about. You're not worried about the finance because you know if you got content, it's going to create movement.
I'm gonna tell you what Dick Gregory said to me in 2013. So we was going back and forth. He was telling me about women getting thyroid, having thyroid problems when they start putting a lie in their head. And so I said, I agree with you. That lie will cause a hormonal imbalance. I said, however, when you're dealing with foods that clog up your cardiovascular system, it malfunctions your fibroids, your thyroid. It makes your hair fall out, give you hot flashes and more. And so when I dropped that piece on Dick Gregory, he looked at me and said, man, you wanted something, huh?
I can hear him saying that now.
I can't believe you just said that to me, you know?
Yeah.
You know that information you got right there, you ain't got to go sell it. People gonna come looking for it, like dope. Just know the name and they gonna go look for it. I say, yeah, I've been in this lane for quite some time, you know?
You have been,
Yeah,
you've been studying, you've been in the books.
So, you know, I've been in this arena for 30 plus years. So I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it to enlighten people, to wake people up, for people to see that all of these health dilemmas that we're experiencing is the direct result on what we're eating on a regular basis.
So the emergency room has a lot to do with that. So you're saying, okay, now because I love the way you went all over the place because you went with the book. I like that because that means you thinking, but bringing it all to the realm, this is all related to the emergency room.
Indeed.
So when you talk about bad health, you know you're going to end up in the emergency room.
Yes, indeed.
Right? So that correlates back to your books in somewhat of a form, right?
It does, of course.
So it's all tied in. So you working with
So what happened in 2019, I said I was going to write me a stage play, my first stage play. And I'm going to write me 2 new books. So I wrote the stage play, Don't Worry About What I Eat, The Holy Bible of Superfoods, which is a book, The Holy Quran of Superfoods, which is a book. So I started networking with the brother Gil and another sister down in Atlanta.
Nelson?
Yeah, Gil Nelson.
Yeah, he top dog.
So I was rapping to him and he said, well, once you're ready to start moving forward, give me a call. So I told him once my books have published, which I had put them in queue and Amazon.
Right.
Once my books published, I was moving forward with going for the auditioning, etc. for the stage play.
Right.
So what happened is my 2 books released, and in that same day, they locked the world down. So that kept me from putting out Don't Worry About What I Eat.
Right.
But my 2 books had released.
Right. Right.
So my 2 books was doing splendid.
Right.
People calling me food lord. I need the Holy Bible of Superfoods. I need the Holy Quran of Superfoods.
Right.
So I was going to meet people to sell books.
Hold on. Kevin Claggett, our guest name is Antonio Ford, aka Food Lord. He's been on the show before, maybe about a year ago. But I want everybody to know who's talking because you don't never want people to be, who is that? Who is that? You know, because sometimes going live, it's a little delay where you could be delivering and dudes be 3 sentences back, still trying to catch up to your name.
Okay.
But just to reiterate, that's a long time listening to Kevin Claggett.
Okay.
A good friend of mine.
What's happening, Kevin?
How you doing? That's Kevin Claggett. It's Antonio Ford, the Food Lord. And he's back in 2020 where the books just start kicking off and everything going. Let's go.
Yeah. So what I did is I put out the books, and I couldn't put out the play because they locked the world down.
Right.
So I said, so I was thinking about doing a new project. So I started working about a year ago on a new project. And so I didn't give it was an untitled project. So I was working on the project, and one of my clients contacted me about 6 months ago and said that I own and operate a high profile cleaning company. So one of my clients had called me, a Dr. Craig Louisiana, and asked me, was I still in this property? And I told him, no, pardon me for not calling. So he said he was so inspired. He just got finished listening to Al Sharpton on the radio show, and he needed to do some work in the community. He want to do some preventive work in the community.
Yeah.
As a doctor, he felt like that's his duty.
Okay.
And he said, well, and what am I working on right now? And I said, I'm working on a project. I haven't given it a title, but I was just doing some writing. Just writing poems out and songs out.
Right.
And so one thing led to another. And he said, well, you know what? You should do a hospital setup. And as soon as he said I should do a hospital setup,
it hit you.
Man, everything just boom.
Yeah.
It just hit.
Yeah, your vision came in.
Man, the whole picture.
Yeah.
So I thanked him. And he said, I said, what I owe you for this, Craig? He said, you know what? Just put me in the credits. So big ups to you, Craig, Dr. Craig Louise.
Yeah.
But so I was on my way home. I told my wife I got the idea. I'm gonna do an emergency room. And so from that point, I was just walking around the house, pre-rehearsing in my mind how I want to start the writing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it hit me. One day it was hitting me. I was riding with my wife. I said, baby, take the wheel. You drive. Let me start writing. So I was writing in the car while she was driving. Right. Another time I was in the house eating with her, and it hit me. So I started writing. So it hits me in moments when it gives me the whole picture, and I'm able to write out that whole scene.
Well,
and it's been beautiful, man. So
you got to be on a plane. When I say plane, we're not talking about
mental plane.
Yeah, we're talking about going levels of that's what really going back a little deep. See, people don't understand when they say you get high.
Oh yeah, they don't understand that.
When they saying you get high, that's why people like weed so much, because weed is a creative drug, right? A person can smoke weed and think about stuff they never thought about prior to smoking weed.
Indeed.
But when they come down, they can't remember the thoughts. You see what I'm saying? Because you see what I'm saying? Because you see what I'm saying? Because you be like, man, what the man? Now you got to go back up to get that.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
So a lot of times they try to correlate people, and see people are like, man, I'm talking about Slim. You could be up there to the point where Slim, you'd be riffling it off, and if you go back and listen to that shit, if you tape yourself, you're like, man,
did I say that?
But it's good because that's part of the creativity that it brings out of you. That's what they say, man, I'm going to get high. When they say get high, they don't mean get your head bad. They mean raise your level of consciousness.
Indeed.
That's what get high means.
Yes,
because when we think of high, we think of God.
Yeah.
Right? We don't never think of high and think the devil up there.
Actually, when you say that to somebody, typically they're going to think that you're talking about getting high off a narcotic.
Yeah. But we talking about.
Yeah, but we talking about the elevated mind state.
Because you ain't never in your life, how old are you, 54?
54.
You ain't never in your life seen nobody point at the sky and say, man, I'm telling you, man, the devil up there. You know why? It's because it's so programmed and embedded that anything going up, it's got to be good.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
It's even think about things that go up besides your blood pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when things go up, like your pay.
Yeah.
It makes you feel better. You know what I'm saying? The love that you have for your wife, it goes up. It's like equity into what you're doing.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that it's all about the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said, soon as he said emergency room, boom, it just opened up a whole vision of what you're trying to do. Off the title. That's why I told you. Remember what I was saying? Man, title that joke. Because sometimes when people going through, okay, it's like a person strolling on the phone and they look, or they say, such and such going live, right? They're like, they ain't paying attention. But when you pop it open, if a person see the title, they say, oh, he's talking about blah. You're giving them directions to where you're going. You see what I'm saying? Opposed to motherfucker can't follow motherfucker. You ain't giving them no guidance because he lied. You know what I mean? That motherfucker got 2 men. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But if he get a pre-order, what you saying, like you just say, what interview?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So you already directed them. So they already, it'll make them get on fast opposed to, man, or they might come back to your life. Even
titles are everything. They sent you.
Man, the man gave you emergency room. The whole thing came apart.
Everything came.
But
everything.
You had another name.
Yeah.
And the name was?
Well, I didn't. It was untitled, and that was the project that I was working on.
So you was looking for a title.
So I didn't have the title for my project that I was working on, but I totally stepped away from that when Dr. Craig Louisi made mention of the the hospital setting. When he said the hospital setting, immediately the emergency room clicked in, and that's what made me start changing my direction with my pen and pad.
Man, let me tell you something. Sometimes, Slim, if I could think about, and when I get so creative, I might get on another plane when I get to thinking, because I spend a lot of time in my car.
Okay.
Right? Because the car, to me, I can block the world out. When I'm in my car, I can, really get a sense of like, I'm by myself, I'm chilling. I can be on the parking lot. I might be there an hour. But I really can get a peek, I can get a peek. I spend a lot
I agree with you.
Spend a lot of time, because see, when you go to work or you go here, you go to job, you're going to deal with people.
Yeah.
It's nowhere around, and you don't control the environment.
Yeah.
Because when you're at work, anybody, hey, how you doing, sir?
Yeah.
See, now somebody enters that's your zone. That's your, what they call it. Some people say comfort zone, but really it's your thinking zone. That's what zone where all your thoughts, your thoughts are protected, because you by yourself. Like when you was in the car before you called me, you was sitting there, I said, where you at? You was chilling. You see what I'm saying?
I agree with you. I just got back in town driving to Virginia Beach with my family, and I tell you, just driving that long distance, because I'm a city driver. So driving that long distance to Virginia Beach with my father and my wife who drive fast.
Your father?
I had to follow because we had so much.
Father. Oh, yeah.
We had so much stuff to take down to the beach.
Okay, yeah.
That we took both vehicles and we had a great time, man. Yeah, we had a great time, man. But that challenged me. I have a challenge in driving on the highway. So for me to face my fear, that to me is everything.
What's your fear on the highway?
My fear is that people drive so damn fast, and I don't, I drive slow.
Right. So you feel they pressuring you.
So I don't like driving in the middle lane. I drive on far right lane. And the only thing I had to watch out is a merging lane every now and again, and I can keep on straggling up along that right lane. You know what I mean? So but in that middle lane, I got to watch out for the right side, the left side, and the people riding up behind me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they want you to move. Well, driving, since we on driving, I think for everybody.
And then there's so much texting and driving now, so it makes it far more dangerous.
Let me tell you something. We got to go, in the way we live in now, we got to equate what just happened to us over the last couple of years. We have been in some abnormal situations, man. This COVID situation where people weren't driving at all.
Yeah.
See, so actually when you stop driving for 2 years, or you stop driving for a year, you're basically not driving every day. Like we back driving every day now.
But you never stopped.
No, I never stopped.
Yeah, but your business continued.
That's why it's so odd for people that did stop. Now they behind you, bombing. Like now the light can turn green, Slim. You just now put your foot on green. Somebody said bomb, but you 3 cars back though. You're not holding the light up.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You can't move because you 2 cars back.
Yeah.
But they bombing at you. I'm like, don't you know you're not bombing at the person that's really holding the light up? You see, so I'm just saying people so in a hurry now because we trying to get back to normal.
Yeah.
We really are. We trying. People are starting going out now. They done took the man. Just go back 2 years, man. You wouldn't catch nobody
out
with no mask.
Yeah. Now you see more people without masks on.
And then when we first started seeing people without masks, we say, "Oh man, that motherfucker tripping."
But believe it or not, when I go in like certain environments, I definitely put a mask on.
It's because it's good.
Yeah.
Because if it makes you feel better, which is safer.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, because some environments you can like
inhale it.
Yeah.
Especially if it's in the area where it's not enough flowing. Like it's circulation. If flowing is bad, and see a lot of these places, like restaurants and stuff, they have to change their filters and all that because a lot of filters and stuff like that. You can change the whole climate of the room by just changing filters.
Man.
And a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah,
see, that's something my wife got on me. Man, we got a house, you got to change like every 3 months.
Yeah.
And you'll take them doors there, you be like, man, this joint.
All that blackness.
Man, all that blackness. You're like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? But you ain't paying no attention. Like you think it ain't nothing but a filter.
But you gotta pay attention when you own the house.
But that's your
that
lungs.
you breathing in.
That's
there.
your lungs, though.
Yeah.
That's your lungs. But I got somebody that wanted to audition for the role. Now, just a little reference.
Okay.
I think she could at least. No, this is some bullshit. Because I tell my boy, if mother got on there was what I thought was some bullshit, I said, man, your ass ain't going on. You know what I'm saying? See, and I think that and now if you go to her page, hey, what's up, Chuck? If you go to her page, sometimes you can get a lot of stuff on people's page. They say funny stuff.
Yeah.
Where you can say, oh, they funny. You go to her page, just little comments she made, you know, her sense of humor is good. And I think she's good. She's young. I think Riri is not 30 yet, but she probably will be willing.
My man Mastercard.
Yeah.
What's up, Ert?
Yeah, you see us going.
He-Man Uptown.
Yeah, you see it, man. It's a collabo. See, that's what I do, Slim. That's what I do. That's what I do. You remember when you bowled me in the gym and fired on me? But I still ain't really forgot that.
He-Man.
Yeah, man. But it's
Big
good.
He-Man.
It's good to really have you here, man. I want to thank you for coming.
Yeah, I'm thankful.
Man, listen, man. I'm also I'm thankful. Let me tell you something, man. Listen, man. My wife be getting on me so much. Sometimes I be trying to explain to her, right? And I understand her point too, because like people that the majority of their life did the right thing. I mean, Slim, that's a hard job.
Not if you say redundant and repetitious with it. It ain't hard no more.
No, you saying that now because you got it right.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about
At
right?
first,
yeah,
man.
I know it's not hard now because you understand it, but I'm talking about you got see
Initially,
you got to go back.
Yeah.
You got to go back to where the road. Some people already have in their mind they just not gonna do this regardless of what happens.
Yeah.
And then some people got in their mind, maybe like me or you, like Slim, man, fuck that, I ain't gonna be broke.
Yeah.
Back then, I ain't talking about now because we understand that broke ain't broke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when you get your point in life where you've done a few things right, where you accumulate a few things where you know you're not broke, right? Then back then you still trying to find yourself. You don't understand finance. You had a misconception of what broke really is, because broke really is your train of thought.
Indeed.
Right? That's where all your money is based on how you think.
Yes, indeed.
Right? So if you thinking poor, then you stay poor.
I told my wife that I'm writing myself into a higher tax bracket.
Yeah. Now I get on my wife's boat. See, this is where I try to change my wife. And I understand her point. Because she'll say something like, "Oh, I ain't never wouldn't pay. I wouldn't pay that much money for that. No car like that." But I'll be saying that you can't say that, because sometimes that might be cutting your blessing off for the type of money that you could have to afford that.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta see. Sometimes you can
put yourself in a position.
You ask your blessing.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and she don't mean no harm, because she's saying like, "Look, I got what I got. I'm good." She's eccentric.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong. You know, she gonna slide a purse here, because you know,
they're
gonna get what they really want. See, they think they slick. This is where, you know, they'll say, I ain't tripping on cars with their $4,000 bags.
Yeah.
And the way we say, you pay $35 for that shit.
I can't believe my
you
wife
see what I'm
paid
saying?
that much for that.
But this is what we talking about. Now, see, now here's the bullshit. It's not nothing to do with that. It's all. What's up, Richard Brown? No, listen. She missed it. We're right over here. It's all about what you want.
Yeah.
See, it's all about your desire.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, everybody got different desires. Some people don't desire to be married, but they do good.
Yeah.
They good people. I know guys, man, that I consider, man, they more classier than a lot of piece of shit bag dudes that's married. You know what I'm saying? We know shit bag dudes. You know, we the same thing with like the wives. But who are we to judge?
Right.
But I'm saying that everybody's different.
Everybody different. And I understand where you're coming from, though. When you get something that's higher than your financial normalcy, that actually make you work harder to maintain it. And it draws to you more than what you was expecting.
Well, her thing was, you know, my wife is a thinker. So she's more into stuff that's going to advance the capital for what you pay for.
Okay.
So if she wants to spend some money, let's get this building over here.
Yeah.
Right? You want to fuck some money up. Man, let's see if we can get this 10-year.
Not the car that's going to depreciate when you pull it off the lot.
Not, you know what I'm saying? I understand what I'm saying to her is, I already understand that I was talking about sometimes when you put stuff in the air, you might be chopping at your own blessing.
Yeah.
You know how you do an onion?
Yeah.
You get an onion, be fat. Like we used to get them, onion, green, purple, too much.
Yeah.
You get an onion, man, it don't be like that. And then say, dude, say, I ain't got no whole Jones, so I give you half of it.
Yeah.
You slice that Jones down.
Yeah.
Right? I give you half. That's what you might be doing when you say, oh, I wouldn't buy. Listen, you got to open your heart up. Oh.
I got a saying, and I say, you'll attract all that you need to succeed on this planet Earth. I'm a firm believer of this.
Rick Cummings, what's up, baby?
I attract to me everything that I want, man. Every single solitary thing that I want. And I never tell myself what I can't do.
Let me ask you this. You're married, man, right?
15 years.
We on personal shit now. We done shift gears, man. We done went all over the place. Now, is the love that you have, is that easy to find?
The love that I have is easy to find. People been programmed to be self-hatred towards themselves. So love isn't easy to find. Though it's there, it's here. It's whether or not you accept it. It's like, I got these keys right here. And these keys is love. If you don't take the love, you can't be the love. And if you can't be the love, how you gonna express the love? And so more people are gravitating to hate because it's promoted in every sector of our living, from the entertainment to the athletes, to the celebrities, the actors. I mean, everything is so much hatred. So is love easy to find? Love is out there you should be loved naturally.
No,
but people are filled with so much hate.
No, I ain't talking about love. Love is just broad. That love is just, that's a vessel. I'm talking about, I said
relationship love.
No, I said your love. The key word
was my love. Okay.
What you have right now, do you think that's easy to just find out here? Like if you didn't have that?
No.
Do you think you could just find that in somebody? Because you're 15 in. So you already understand exactly. I'm talking about I'm 20-something years in. Right? Often broken up, all that. So I understand exactly what it takes to work, because that's why it's working. I'm saying to you is, do you think, because if something happened, bar none, to either our spouse or even us, I always ask, do you think a woman could just find me out here like that? Or do you think you could just find her? Because see, that's serious business, because some people not fortunate enough to stay with one woman and then something not happen, because I got buddies that lost their wife to cancer, and it was, the marriage was solid.
Yeah.
Now, do you get lucky in life enough to find that again?
Man, like I said, man, you'll attract what you need, man.
So you saying if you can be by yourself, you find you a motherfucker.
Well, I'm a good guy.
That's what you saying. That's what you saying. All that bullshit. He's called a nice guy. That's what he's saying, Slim. He's saying, shit, man, if I have something happen, man, I know I'm gonna get me another one.
I mean, I'm
man, your wife, you better hope she listening.
My wife will kill my ass.
Yes, you better do that bullshit. That bullshit talking about you ready.
Yeah, my wife ain't let me go nowhere, man. Yeah, she love me, man. I'm good to her.
No, we know. We know what you got. With, listen. I tell people all the time.
She good to me.
But the hardest thing, listen. Now, let me tell you something. The hardest thing to do when you start looking for somebody to be compatible, and then some people get to a point in their life where Slim, they compatible with or without.
Yeah.
Because they solid.
Yeah.
Right. Let's not give.
That's me.
Let's not give the person who's by themselves not credit for being solid, handling their business, their mortgage paid, their condo paid, their shit paid, their shit in order. Oh man, they're handling their business.
Yeah.
That's what they're, woman and man. You know what I'm saying?
My wife
they ain't out here scamming nobody, asking nobody for money, borrowing money. All their affairs are handled by them.
When I first met my wife, I met her at the skating rink.
Oh man, that's beautiful. That's cute.
and I never even got a chance to put the skates on.
Can you skate?
Yeah, I can skate.
Okay, all right.
So when I started rapping to her that evening, her girlfriend said, "Come on, let me walk you to your car because this guy's trying to take you home." And I was trying to take her home.
Okay.
And next day, her girlfriend didn't let her go with me.
Right.
Next day, we got together and we never been separated since. Right. So I say to my wife, I say, "Listen to me." I mean, she say to me, she said, "Honey, you got good credit?" I say, "Good credit." I said, "What I need credit for?" I didn't understand the credit game.
Okay.
And this was 15 years ago. Right. So she said, "Listen, is it all right if I pull your credit?" And out of me not really knowing nothing about credit, I said, "I don't care."
Right.
Man, she pulled my credit. She bought me a list. I had all this stuff that I had all these people I owed I never paid.
Right.
So what she did is she gave me a paper with all of the people that I owed with their phone contact number and told me to contact each one of them and set up a payment plan with them. I say, "What? Pay them that money back?" She said, "Honey, pay them that money and watch it to do to your credit." So I did it. And it was gradual.
Right.
And I gradually paid them all. Now I got good ass credit.
She dropped the jewel.
Man, let me tell you something. My wife said we need to go buy we ready to go buy a house. And I need you to have the good credit just like me. So now my credit is better than my wife. Not a shot to my wife, but we both got 800 credit score, but my credit score is higher than hers. And she's the one. That's because I don't have as much as she have on her credit too.
Right. Yeah. What you
But-
explain? Yeah. Right. Okay.
But man, my wife, that jewel right there, man. When I was
Now,
able to go,
how long ago was that?
this was 15 years ago. So when I go and buy my cars or buy my stuff, I don't have to say, "Honey, can you go co-sign for something for me?" I go buy it myself. It feel good, man. I never had that power before, and none of the other women I was dealing with, except for when I met my wife. My wife got my, so I started sharing that information with my homies. I said, "Homie, why don't you get your credit straight?" He said, "I'm gonna get around to it." I said, "Homie, why don't you get your credit straight?" "Oh man, I got this man gonna help me." "Oh, homie, why don't you get your credit straight?" Man, go ahead with that shit, nigga. You know I spend cash. Nobody want to get their credit straight. So I was caught up in that circle of ignorance of not thinking that credit was important. But now when my wife said that, "Let's go get a new roof for the house." Okay, we go finance it. Okay, let's go get new gutters for the house. Okay, we can finance. You got good credit.
Yeah.
But if you ain't got no good credit, you can't
get
make
it
nothing
done.
happen.
You can't get it done.
I said, "I'm gonna go get me a new car." I said, "Okay, well, get your new car." When got me a new car, they said, "What kind of car you want? Get any car off the lot." That felt good to me. You know what I mean? Messing with my wife. All praise due to you, babe. Straight up.
Hey, you know, boy, you clean that other joint up real. You hear him clean that joint up real good? Hey, Slim. Hey, you better clean it up talking that bullshit you were talking first half, talking about you gonna be all right.
Totally grasped what you were saying, right?
Yeah. Told you gonna be all right. Hey, what's
Yeah.
up, Big Mess? You know who that is, right?
Yeah.
Big Mess. You know Big Mess?
I don't know.
Big Mess, I'm from up that Lamont area, man. Good dude. That's Hey, Albert Charles, how you doing? Was a good story though, man. Listen, everybody got a story. Everybody has someone in their life who has made an impact to a point where it's like a light. Clearly, man, clearly, I will say this. If you got a good one, she is clearly going to affect you probably like nobody else in the world besides your mom's, right? That her level of how much influence and power. It's also, it's the only motherfucker can flip your gut like nobody. Can say one thing to have you like,
man,
you know, and you be going out the house, you know, all the time when, you know, instead of when you going out the house, shut the fuck up. You know, when you go out the house, what you say? Because, you know, they can hear all that shit. You
microphones in
yeah,
their
you
ears.
going to your car, you ain't got to get nothing out of the car, but you really going, man, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Huh? What you say? I heard you. You know, them motherfuckers got a third ear. They got the camera hooked up. So they got all that. You going outside the house, they hear all that shit. You think you're getting away because see everything there. You really get away with nothing.
Oh yeah, I got cameras and the ring in front of my house and behind my house. My wife here every day.
But look, man. Listen, let me take care of a little business first. Cause I'm behind.
What's up, everybody on my Facebook page? How y'all doing? It's the Food Lord. I'm sitting up here chilling with my man Slink, and soon Dion gonna be up in the booth with us. We sitting up here talking about my project, the emergency room that's about to drop. Hopefully before the winter is hit us, and I'm very very excited about that. I hope y'all had a spectacular day today, and that your day is going divine. And if you're having a problem with it, just remember everything starts in the mind. So thought causes everything. Positive thoughts bring about positive actions and deeds, you know. And I love being me. And I got a brother right here beside me. He said 25 years, but we got over 30-year friendship. And
So I always roundabout.
you know,
I'm a roundabout guy.
yeah, roundabout.
I ain't gonna give a dude all that.
Oh, okay.
See, because they'll start figuring everything out. So you can't give all 80, you like the Fed, 87%, 85%. That 15%, you gotta have some wiggle room. Because sometimes you give up the 100, you get robbed. You know
okay.
You gotta have 3 to 12% in case everything fall down. You know what I mean?
And by the way, we on All Over the Place podcast with the great Slink right there.
Right here on 2904 Minnesota Avenue, Rebel Rousers. If you want to have your own podcast or want to say anything on my platform, Dion's platform, which is my co-host, he might be in the next 15, 20 minutes. You can always inbox me, DM Ernest McCray. Also, so proud to have him here, man. You know, we're going into season 3 starting Monday. We're going to season 3.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we have over 100 something interviews we done with people, man. I had Kirk Bone, Miles Rawls. I done had Josh DeBose. I done had Henry Tucker from Grubstar, Tasha, the Ladybug, the Bell. I done had writers. I had Antonio Ford. I done had Lanita Halston. I done had so many different guys, Joey Snyder, all these guests, and people that wrote books and had catering companies and everything, man. My man, what's up, Charlie? Big Charlie. That's my big homie there. That's one of the guys.
What's up, Charlie?
Charlie, let me get a little short story about Charlie. Charlie was one of the guys a couple years older than me. He was good looking. He was one of the guys. When I say good looking, I ain't talking about his facial figure. I'm talking about his structure.
Okay.
His clothes from his shoes up.
Okay.
So I ain't talking about motherfucking cheekbones.
Okay.
I'm talking about how he wore his leather.
Okay.
How he wore his jeans and he had the tassels, the master leather coat.
Very
manicured. And then he had the Seville over there, right?
Yeah.
And he was big.
Yeah.
And when you small and you're a young guy and you see a black man
strong
who's fully figured, not only strong with his physique, but with his finesse.
Yeah.
You're like, God damn.
Yeah.
Man, that's a man.
That impact Free had on me as a youngin'.
It's like you see he's solid. You look right at him, you know you can't just you know what I mean? You know, like the dudes now, they got their pants hanging there. Man. You can walk right up the shoulder and clip them up. You know what I'm saying? We can take them, you know what I'm saying? You can take them down real quick. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But back then, if you seen a guy that was a couple years older, you know, see, because we had some great examples. And my man could tell you too, one of the best things, I'm going to shift gears a little bit because I want my people to pay attention. Something that we need to start paying more attention to that other ethnic groups do is 3 things. DNA.
DNA. Drop the acronyms.
DNA is a way that you can kind of go back and study everything about yourself from what you come. Because sometimes, see, we done got so blind and puffed up in our own conceit,
ego,
that we don't understand that the stuff we doing 2 or 3 generations back, they were doing it too. It just wasn't on video.
Yeah.
Right? You can go back. My wife, just like my wife said, look, honey, look at little baby grandfather. She showed me a picture of remember, honey? Showed me a picture of little baby grandfather. He was in the band like this. Hey, Slim, the show was funny as a mother, smooth as a mother. Look just like little baby. They had a band like way back. Yeah. Right? They had folk, you know, back then. See, back then, this is another thing too. Back then, people talk about culture a lot, but they really don't understand how we really got away from our culture.
I know how we got
right. See, sometimes people think culture is all about wearing your hat backwards. No, we talking about, man, we talking about motherfuckers wearing suits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
dressed
how we
up.
Dress all the
time. I'm talking about to go to the store, to go to school.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, man, we think you dress high, think high.
Like in the 50s and the 60s where everybody wore suits.
Dress high, think high.
Yeah.
Dress low, you think low.
Yeah, my aunt
Your,
always
yeah,
said
your
that
pants
to me.
sag low, you thinking low.
Wow.
If the pants is sagging, then your brain is sagging. Your thought, well, not your brain, your thought process.
And we wasn't into that sagging clothes
Well,
like that. We wore baggy clothes, but not having our pants hanging off
sagging,
our butts.
sagging is for real. A lot of dudes don't know history. Sagging is something that comes from a little bit of the West Coast and swerved it around from the gangs. They kind of getting back to it now. Where the youngest got the jeans with the little flap hanging out. You see the youngest with the little jeans with the flap hanging out. They about 300 or something. Got the little white hanky.
Yes, the purple.
See,
and what is these jeans now?
Well, they call purple, but that's we know. Yeah, it's just a little tag. But we're gonna go back to what we're gonna go.
Oh, they need a tag.
We're gonna go rigid back to what we was talking about because we'll get away from.
Yeah.
We were talking about DNA, right? Like I always try to get people right, and this is how I finally started learning who I was more than anything. I started going back studying my people.
A person that knows his history knows where he's going.
You gotta study him
and
up.
If a person knows where he's going, he knows where he is. So it's like a trinity: past, present, and future.
Yeah.
And once you invest in your present self and your past self, it helps and equips you to deal with your future self. And so I tell my wife, like I was telling my wife today, I'm not investing in just my children for today. I'm investing in them for today and their tomorrow. So this is why I emphasize the importance of taking care of yourself today. Because I don't just want them to take care of themselves today. I want them to be able to take care of themselves tomorrow. If you look at the people of today and look at them being old tomorrow, most of them got health issues. They got health issues because they didn't know how to take care of their present self. And if you don't know how to take care of your present self, how could you take care of your future self? And so this is why it's so important that I be in the airways. I share information with people about fueling that ultimate driving machine. Because if I can get them to invest in their selves today, that'll prepare them for their tomorrow.
Well, you know what's so good, man? Listen, first of all, I thought that was so well put.
Thank you.
It's so well put. Man, let me tell you something. One of the things that, this is something that me and a buddy of mine was talking about, right? You got a habit now looking at people and look at how people are and all that, right? And I always go, back to the parents, right? Always look at the parents, like a kid that might be struggling out here. That's why I ain't that hard on a lot of these kids. Because when I see some of the stuff they be doing, right? And then I look where they come from.
Yeah.
I say, shorty had a fucked up.
Yeah.
See, because I come up a different way.
Yeah, I did too.
Right? I just made some terrible choices based off some ideology, right? And I just went left. But the foundation of how you were raised is never going. You can't crush it. Right. It's going to be there after all that bullshit. Right. Boom, it's going to be there. It's like the base of the trophy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can knock the arm off the trophy and all that. Don't fall, crack the, little stiff arm, all that. But the base of that motherfucker ain't breaking. You see what I'm saying? So
that's why that value system is essential.
There
man.
You go for morals and values. Values. See, you got to look at what we're dealing with today. What we're dealing with today.
The value system is so at a very mundane, very low level, to the point now that it's dangerous. If you could walk, if the children of today, like for an example, how could a parent ride around in their car smoking with their children in the back seat, in addition to playing that lifeless music on bitch, hoe, get my shit, popping pills? The kids is quoting this shit, man. So as the children quote and look at what their parents are doing, smoking around them, you're preparing them from the schoolyards to the prison yard. And man, that's just what it is, man. I'm just gonna be real, man. I'm afraid for our community. Man, I'm afraid for our community because our community has been hijacked by corporation through their music and entertainment.
Yeah, well, that's what my wife be always, man. Why you? We was riding down the street today. Why you always looking back for them burnt out motherfuckers? I'm trying I'm trying to see if this was the dude that he got a job, but he's struggling, trying to get himself together.
Yeah.
But when you got that monkey on your back, man, it's hard.
Hey man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Every day I'm riding down 8th Street on my way into the city, I be seeing guys that was legends in Lawton, and on the street they bums, drug addicts. So they was vicious and well respected in the penitentiary, but in society, man, they not making no type of positive contributions to our community, and the youth don't respect them.
No, you right. Well, you saying that is the case. Now, you saying that when you ride in, it hurts you to see
Man, it hurt.
people
It
that you
hurt, man.
kind of said he was solid.
Yeah,
But being solid in the institution and in the real world is two different things.
it's a different
The
situation.
real world is harder than jail. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? The real world is where all the responsibilities of a man really come into play. Jail is a few things, safety number one. You know what I mean? Jail, safety number one.
yeah,
Right? Minding your business. Number two, that's up there in the top 5. You know what I mean? But when you go to jail, first thing you were is the safety number one.
yeah.
I'm getting out. I'm not
If
dying.
society had the respect that they had in the federal penitentiary, it'd be less killing in the streets. Because the respect level in the penitentiary, it's hard to violate somebody in them feds. You just not gonna violate nobody because it's a life-death situation.
Yeah, but that's because see one thing about it with that you can't. One thing why you can't never compare because you talking about you talking about confinement
Versus open.
That's the
Yeah,
difference between confinement and society. Society is why people would do stuff stupid today. Now, see, I always go back to the numbers when it comes to this. Now we working 25 years later. We 47% of the population at max, which we missing 20 years ago, 25 years ago, 40 more percent. When we were 85%.
yeah,
Washington, D.C.
yeah.
So, okay, I'm a hustler. I
Everything was
understand the
black
game.
in the city.
If it was 85% of us in Washington, D.C., then that means it was more capital circulating for us.
Yeah,
Because if there's more people that look like us, then we're going to spread around and spend more with each other,
yeah,
right? Because they say that the dollar in the African American community stays in it for how long?
one circulation.
No,
And it's out of it.
6 hours.
Oh yeah.
It stays in the Jewish community for 28 days.
Oh yeah, I can agree.
So that means that they spend money with each other for almost a month.
We don't.
Yeah, 6 hours.
Yeah.
You get paid, dude going to get DTLR. We get paid, dude get paid, he going to get a blunt. See, and even when you buy weed in the community, that's still in your community.
Yeah.
But when you run a DTLR, your money's given out the community.
That's why it's so important, and I emphasize this to my children in financial literacy. Because if you're not teaching children financial literacy, these children are gonna grow up and not be stable financially.
Yeah.
So my son 7, who's 14, my daughter Serenity, who's 10, they are financially literate.
Yeah.
So they know how to save money. They know when I give them their allowance at the end of the week, how much to put up for their tomorrow.
Mhm.
So if you preparing for your tomorrow and you got something
Now.
for the day, it's now. So what you do today shows the results tomorrow. And that's what I emphasize to them. And so my children, man, I'm not saying I got the best children in the world,
you got kids,
but I'm saying
man.
I impart wisdom on them. And even if they go astray on their tomorrow, I have instilled so much principle, and my wife have
that's back
instilled
to
so
that
much
foundation.
virtue. That
You saying the
foundation
same
that
thing.
come
I
back
told you the
around.
block. You could everybody gonna filter or falter or wherever you swagger or take a right or because powers to be outside influence is powerful too. So it's always gonna be a constant tuggle, struggle,
Yeah,
right? Muggle,
yeah,
right? But the strong gonna win. Pop, what they talking about, Pop and Mom or Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So it's always a struggle, muggle. You know what I'm saying? Because like they say nowadays, in certain instances, we talking about your kid, we talking about in certain instances where a rapper on YouTube is more influential in a household than the parents actually themselves.
Oh yeah, that's an actual fact.
So we talk about the kids getting their morals and values off fiction, right? Something shorty spitting, boom, boom, boom. And the only reason they got him spitting that because what he's spitting ain't gonna help the kid at all. It's gonna actually have him at a we hate to use the word, but a retard state, which means It's, because okay, put it like this. The best thing to go after right now for powers to be is an undeveloped mind. You follow what I'm saying? And see, a lot of stuff. See, me, you, and Slim, we can watch something, right? Because our minds develop. We passed 25 years old. Yeah. They say your mind ain't really starting to develop about 25. So they're going after kids now 13, 14, 12, 10. See what I'm saying? So, and I can, if it's undeveloped, that means I can shape it.
Yeah.
Right? So I can make it think what it wants. I can make it. So, you know what I'm saying? So if I can shape it, then I can control it.
Yes, indeed.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Because undeveloped, and if I'm putting other things on it to stop it from developing, you go from one state to another. You got undeveloped, and then you got developing, where developing means you got to be going that way.
I was telling my son 7 about 3 when we was at Ocean City. I said, let me tell you the importance of your eyes. Just because you got 2 eyes don't mean you're supposed to keep looking at something. I said, if you're looking at something that ain't good for you and you keep looking at it, you actually enforcing it to become and part of you. So I said, like, for example, for me, if I know something ain't good for me, I may see it on my first look, but all after that, I'm not looking at it no more because it ain't no good for me. So I'm not gonna look at it no more. I got my mind on something else.
You sound just like me when dudes say, look at this Slim, when they be showing. I do this all the time in the barber shop. I work in the barber shop. Yeah. So a lot of goes on, videos. And, they got the latest and the greatest. So who got stomped and kicked and shot, more news, and blah, blah, blah. It all comes around and all one. So a dude might show me something, boom. As soon as the dude show me, hey, look at this Joe, man, they fuck show. I said, Sean, I don't want to see that. I don't train my mind to think that's acceptable.
Yeah.
Right? Because then once I do that, what I do is I don't have no compassion. And when you start losing compassion for somebody else's pain, right? I mean, I shouldn't want to see you suffer.
Right.
Right? Because it just should feel a certain kind of way to, man, that's got sicky. You know how we feel when you got a friend, you know what I'm saying, Slim? When you got a friend that's sick, you had a friend that's sick, doctor who got sick, like, man, I want to see him like that.
Man, it's hard to have people to, it's hard to have people to have empathy for you. Mostly people are aloof from your pain. They separated from your pain. Yeah, I got sympathy for them, but sympathy means you distant from feeling their pain. You just see their pain. But empathy is actually experiencing the pain that you're experiencing. I got empathy for somebody's that don't have no father at home. You know what I mean? As opposed to I got sympathy for somebody. But if you got sympathy simply means you distant from it. You don't experience the feeling that they feel. But when you have empathy, you actually have that same sentiment, that same feeling. So you
feel it. You're saying that empathy, I feel it more. I feel what you're going through.
Yeah,
probably that person usually have empathy been through it before too.
Yeah.
See, just like, well, a lot of people, and we talk about this all the time because, as a man, a lot of people are blessed enough when they get up in the age to still have their mother on the face of the earth.
Oh, definitely.
Right? Which is a blessing. There's some people where they might have been raised by their grandmother and their mother. Right. So some people are fortunate enough to have 2, then they might have 1. They might, Lord behold, the mama could have passed and the grandma could be living. Anything can happen these days.
Yeah.
It ain't no order no more.
Right.
So someone who has lost a mom, somebody who never lost a mom, could never understand what you feel or what you've been through. They would have compassion for you because they would not understand.
Sympathy, but not the empathy.
Yeah, because they don't care to understand the feeling. You know what I'm saying? If you never lost a sibling, then you definitely can't understand how I would feel when I lost a sibling. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You can't feel a motherfucking earache in your tooth. Yeah. You feel it in your ear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't feel it in your ear. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, Bill? Talk to me, Bill. We got my man here. He been on the line. He been talking about a play he wrote. We went all over the place. Man, we got a lot coming up. This coming, we had a principal back to school. This week we have, this Thursday coming up, we have Keisha Kemp to tell facts about, back to school, but here we go again with these school shootings and stuff like that of that nature. This is also another area, the difference between now and then, which stuff that it didn't have to go through. Maybe somebody will pull a fire alarm or take the fire extinguisher on the bus, on the charter bus, and start spraying. But never nobody
shooting
shooting the school up. You know, that we didn't have to live with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this is another era where kids go to school now, where they're teaching kids how to be ready for actual events of that nature.
Shooting, yeah.
Also, they teaching people to give their kids, in some cases, bulletproof backpacks.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
They have bulletproof backpacks where kids can get in a corner to the point where they put the joint up like in case of do, and it probably for real probably work.
Yeah.
Because once a dude get the fire, unless he really, man. But one thing about them jokers are
Man, them assault weapons
man,
that they
but
use.
them jokers that be doing that type, they want to make sure they kill.
Yeah.
That's why them dudes are the most dangerous dudes. Man, when it's like they killing animals.
Yeah.
They don't have, man, when a dude can go in a school building, Slim. When a dude can go in a school building. Hey, what's up, big boy? When a dude can go in a school building and kill, I mean, somebody that's trying to get a lesson.
Man. And by the way, y'all, this is the Food Lord, and I'm on the All Over the Place podcast with Slink and Dion. It's my man right here, Big Slink. And we got Dion just came up in the spot.
Yeah,
Dion, you want to say wave to the peoples here?
Yeah, assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. You don't let us be.
Yeah, so
yeah, man,
we
look,
all over the place.
Yeah, we've been talking. Hey, send me
things.
some water in there for me, D. Some water in there for me.
But yeah, man, let's
No, it ain't nothing.
So I got some. Let's talk a little bit more about the play that's coming up.
Okay, let's talk about the play. That's what we all about.
Yeah,
the play. You still right now. You have casting members. You need 2 positions. You need a female, and you need.
I need a male. I need a female to play the role of Miss Cherry Chan. Miss Cherry Chan is a very funny elderly lady.
Okay.
That oh my goodness, I just need.
So if you could get a young person to put a wig on and play an old person.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, that's part of too. That's part of what makes the play.
Of course.
It's all about transferring the person into character.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? Because I've been in a couple plays myself.
Okay.
And you know, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I played it. No, because I really when the dude said, man, dude said, man, you said, man, you funny. I'm over here with you. Dude said, man, Slim, why don't you get in the play? I said, man, I ain't getting no play, little Bama ass John. I ain't getting no Bama play. You know, ego kid.
Oh yeah.
So I went to a couple of rehearsals.
It's amazing, wasn't it?
Went to a couple of rehearsals and watched it unfold. I was like, I like it. And then when dudes was lined up to get in the play, I felt like a star a little bit.
Oh yes.
You know what I'm saying? I said, hold up, these jokers. Dude was like, Slim, we can't wait to see you get in, man. You know, I was like, man, man, they serious. But it made you also get into trying to be the best you can be in the play instead of just bullshit.
Yeah. Because
when you do something of that magnitude, a person can see what you bring. Because I just me and my wife went to a play, the young girl from DC, Dana Hicks Huggleford, had to play, what was the name of her play? We went to see it at Bethesda Jazz Blues.
Was it nice?
Yeah, it was nice. It was about mental health.
Okay.
It's called A Woman's Love.
How long was the play?
A Woman's Love.
How long was it?
The play was about maybe an hour and a half.
Okay.
To 2.
Okay, that's about right.
Yeah,
that's
an hour and a half. It was nice. It was that she sold out 2 nights at Bethesda Jazz. Did excellent, man. And she running it back.
Okay.
They say she bring it back. She's involved in a lot of things. Girl hustling hard. Yeah, one of the team members, one of the CEOs, the official bag ladies over there at the harbor. They got bags. Man, they hustling. And her play. She had a couple people that I knew that was in the play. Ty Dixon had the other dude. I forgot the other dude's name. He can act.
Okay.
I forgot his name. Oh man, I thought he was the guy that shoe shine the play because he got experience. Because I think it's another play going on too right now too called Grease. See, I think the dude Gil that you was talking about is correlated in everything because he kind of like that guy.
Yeah, he is the guy, right?
Yeah, he's the guy. You know, you know what I mean. He's the big cool. He's HNIC.
Big ups to Gil.
Yeah.
Gil Nelson.
Gil Nelson. I never met him, but everybody when it comes to that field.
Yeah.
They speak highly of
yeah.
it. And man, that's how it is. When you do handle your business, man, people ain't got nothing bad to say about you. Unless they be hating somebody. But you know, we always want one person. Oh man, that mama ain't you on him. Man, we talking. That's cool. We know that's somebody that he might not have gave a job or something, you know.
And the funny thing when when everybody rehearsed their part, so we was great to do the first tape. And so big ups to my brother Marcus Jones, boxer size. So Marcus was sitting to my right.
He a trainer, ain't he?
Yes.
Yeah, he trained Michael Belly that one time.
Yeah, that's my little brother.
Yeah.
So Marcus was sitting to my right, and he was like watching out in the audience as we was rehearsing. And he just got up out his seat and just hugged me. He said, big brother, I'm so proud of you. This is amazing.
I'm proud of you,
You
too.
know.
I'm
And
proud
then
of you.
when as we was proceeding with the rehearsal, people was getting up just hugging me. And it was like, damn, man, you're a master, man. And it felt good. And my daughter, for my 10-year-old daughter, to bear witness that people was walking up to her father and telling her father all these accolades about this project that I just put in front of
Make
them.
you feel good, though.
It really moved me.
Listen, man.
It really moved me, man.
You've been doing,
You know?
listen, man. You got a hell of a story, man, that we talked about. You know, that's what I was talking about earlier. Even with the young, you got people that came up in their life where they made a conscious decision, regardless of what happened, they were going to do certain things. They had a point, as they say, in
A pivotal point.
no point which
Change.
won't be go beyond in return. You ever seen Enter the Dragon?
Oh yeah,
my
Bruce
man,
Lee.
Enter the Dragon. They took my man. He wanted my man to be on. Just see, he movie guys. I get him up when I talk about my dragon. I got Enter the Dragon. You want me to? My man say Enter the Dragon is a vicious joint.
Yeah.
Watch that joint. A lot of jewels dropped in there.
Yeah, yes, it is.
He say, man, I want you with my team. He take my man downstairs. Jim Kelly already smacked the shit out of Jim Kelly. Fuck Jim Kelly busted up and all that, right? My man, he fuck with Jim Kelly because they run the little.
Yeah.
Right. So when he take my man downstairs, he take Roper.
Yeah.
He take Roper downstairs.
That was the white guy, right? Wasn't that the white guy?
Yeah, Roper.
Yeah.
Roper was good too. He take Roper downstairs and tell Roper, he said, man, I want you to be with me. He basically recruiting dudes.
Yeah.
See, he was getting dudes that Jones, see which one of them Jones he gonna keep to be with him. So he be strong. He one of the strongest motherfuckers in the world as an army. Now he get my man Roper now. Roper, he said, man, I want you. So Roper looking around, she like, this nigga tripping, this nigga cooking heroin. Roper already see. Like, man, what the fuck? He said, man, I want you to be with me. He said, I'm investing in corruption. You know what I'm saying? He said, he let the motherfucker know at the breakaway, I'm investing in corruption.
Yeah.
That's where the real money is.
Yeah.
See, that's a big jewel.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people do. And he put the cat in the chopping block. Remember when he put the cat in the chopping block?
Yeah.
And he asked Roper, you remember this, Jermaine? He put the cat in the chopping block. The cat's head was in the chopping block like that. He put the cat in the chopping block and he grabbed the joint. He said, so I wonder if you're going to stay with me. All right? There's certain things he basically saying. You got to always not have if you want to be with me, it ain't no line that you won't cross.
Right.
Right? You got a point that you won't go. He was great pull it. My man went and grabbed the cat. Like, certain shit I just ain't gonna do. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
And I agree with you,
and
because
that's what people that actually don't try when stuff get rough in the street to sell drugs. Or they don't try to rob people. They don't try to they go back to school.
Yeah.
Or they get a trade. Or they work two jobs.
Become creative.
Get two jobs.
Reinvent themselves.
They figure it out. Right? But people like me, myself, who went the other way, I had to figure it out elsewhere because, say, man finds himself where he solves his problems best.
Yes.
Right? So sometimes you got to go all the way right to figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was blessed enough to be one of the ones that creators said, look, you still got some good in them. Put you over here in this chamber over here and see if you can work on something.
And see.
A lot of dudes ain't get that chance. They got their head knocked off.
Yeah, all the way. And I'm really thankful, man. I'm so thankful that I'm in this position I'm in because, you know, I was telling my uncle last night on the phone, I said, I'm like Martin Luther King, man. You know, I'm on a mountaintop.
He think he was
tripping. And that's exactly what he said.
Yeah, he thought you tripping because, see, when you say that, you see this motherfucker tripping.
I said, I'm like Martin Luther King. I said, I'm on a mountaintop, right?
Right.
And I can stay up here. It's lonely on the top. When you doing good, it's lonely up here. Everybody ain't doing good.
Right.
You know, I'm coming back down to come save people. And that's what this play is about. I don't want to just be on this pinnacle. I be healthy by myself and everybody else sick as a month. No, I'm going back down to the ground,
So you're gonna reach in the valley.
grassroots.
You're gonna reach in the valley.
Yeah, man. So I told my uncle, man, once I became enlightened, my next step was to be able to take what I've learned to other people and help other people to grow. Cause what's benefit, like Snoop said, it ain't no fun if the homie can't get none. What benefit is it if I'm growing and all my people are suffering? So I'd rather go out and help somebody, even if it's one person. I have so many people to come to me and say, Antonio, Food Lord, I don't never comment on your Facebook page, and I see you all the time, but I changed my diet because of you. And listen, I was on diabetes or this or that.
And you got some people that's they watch, they sneaky.
Yeah.
They watch from the back.
Yeah.
They come to you. They'll tell you too. Man, that little podcast y'all got, y'all doing pretty good.
But they ain't gonna come and comment on it.
So you
right?
say, well, what happened? I ain't gonna comment, but they watching. You know what I'm saying?
They watching everything.
On his lunch break, eating Snickers and shit, and Cheetos and shit. And what y'all want? Look at these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? He acting like, but whatever it takes, right? Because sometimes people got to get the message the way they're gonna get it.
And let me touch on a little quick topic, real quick, right? About the violence globally, right? And a lot of people would say, damn, it's probably because of the economy, right? But I've been in tough situations where I didn't go to crime. I went to using my mind. You know what I mean? But what if I tell you that all of the snacks and prepackaged foods and drinks and a lot of the meats is injected with blue 1, red 40, yellow number 5, yellow number 6, aspartame. And these ingredients are known to cause cancer, make you agitated, irritated, frustrated, aggressive, violent. Hold up, violent, agitated, irritated, frustrated. So if you're trying to figure out why everybody is becoming so violent, check the food, homie. The food is making people act out that way. If you're eating your favorite snack every day and your favorite snack is making you agitated, irritated, frustrated, and aggressive, it's no wonder your behavior is always agitated, irritated, frustrated, aggressive. It's no wonder when you turn on the news, the violence is like never before. We got more violence now than we did in the 80s when crack was on the scene. And it's because of the food.
Yeah, you got you got me ready to eat a salad like a motherfucker. You got me ready to go to Olive Garden like a motherfucker. See, but listen, you got to realize though. See, but that's the power of the thought process for real. Because you're right, Slim, but it's to the point where it's amazing how stuff that we do that we really could just change just like that.
Man.
But when stuff is so far embedded in you, in your mind, you don't want to challenge it. Sometimes people don't want to challenge their mind. That means you got to change your habits. When you challenge your mind, you change your habits.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do this. Man, I ain't smoked for 30 days. Man, shit, I gotta do that. You start wrestling. Man, I ain't smoking no weed for 30 days. You know, I'm gonna start off strong. I ain't smoking no weed for 30 days. Motherfucker say, hold up, man, I ain't got weed for real. I mean, once a week, you shoot 2 days. You start wrestling. See, so it's to get a point where I ain't taking a drink. I don't need that shit, Slim. I can make it without that shit. You say, well, weekend, party and shit. You don't motherfucker get a little beer. So, you start
compromising.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But you gotta be straight. I'm gonna tell you
straight
something.
shooter.
I lied so goddamn much that my family called me lying ass Tony. They go that lying ass Tony. As soon as I come in a place or something, they say, they go that lying ass Tony.
Well, and if you was a lying ass Tony, how the hell you get the name MasterCard?
MasterCard came because I was stealing cars.
Okay.
And I broke into a car that I stole. And as I went in the glove box, it was a wallet in there, and I was with this guy named Snags, my man Alpo. People, big up to Alpo and Snags. And so I opened the wallet up, and it had a MasterCard in there. And the dude Snags said, who was one of my Hillboy compadres, he said, man, you should call yourself MasterCard. And from that point, man, I said, who gonna call me MasterCard? He said, everybody call you that MasterCard. And so from that day, they started calling me MasterCard.
But it's crazy. This is how powerful. Man, the hood is listen. The hood is so motherfucking powerful, Sam. That if a motherfucker give you a name, a slick joint that you start saying, yeah, you know, I could be him.
Yeah.
Because the motherfucker gave me slink.
Yeah.
Right. And you know, you was like, how the fuck, you know, because when you think about you ain't gonna name yourself Master Cop.
Yeah.
Motherfucker put that hat on you and say, damn, that's you.
Yeah.
You say, damn, it is me. I can start working. So that's like motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, Slim? Motherfucker. Like,
and now
because you ain't gonna never cross it, man. I'm Master.
Yeah.
You would have never thought of that.
I would have never called
You know what I'm
myself
saying?
that.
I would have never thought of my name to be Slink. Michael Clutch Freeman is the word. That they walking up the street say, I was playing with a little slinky. You know what I mean? You said a little slinky joke. You put on a little joke.
That was the thing back in the day.
You put it, go down one set of steps and go a little a slinky.
That was like that's like the video games for the kids now. And if you can afford one of them slinks, man, you was like that.
Yeah, I had one of them jokes and I was playing with on the porch and Michael Freeman. Yeah, Michael Freeman. Yeah, because sometimes it don't work if the steps far enough. You know what I'm saying? And then if you got that ragged ass carpet, it ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
If that motherfucking carpet got a lot of little bugs and shit, that shit ain't gonna work. And that motherfucking slinky, it don't go over the next row. You know what I'm saying?
But you know the funny thing about that name MasterCard, right? When you look at that name MasterCard, I said, now listen. When I was going through my growth and development stages in the penitentiary, I said to myself, I'm gonna have to master my cards of life. Life ain't nothing but a deck of cards. It's like a deck of cards. You got the Joker, you got the Ace, you got the Queen, you got the Kings. That's everything in life. And I got to learn how to master these cards so I can become the master card. And so when I became enlightened, I started looking at, I've mastered my cards of life. So now when you can master yourself, master your cards of life, man, you live a life in self-mastery. Yeah, so that's where I'm at in my life right now, man.
Hey, man, you look, you teaching today, man. And it's always good. It's always good when you can give some information, man, because it's really supposed to be, especially when you're at a certain age and you're talking to the masses of people, you know, you can entertain, but at the same time, you should have some content that they can grab, right, that it can mature them to a level where they could at least think about what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Just like you talked about the credit, and we talked about our wives and the difference of wives and how wife or girlfriend or baby mama, because you know everybody got different situations, right? And that's part of the plan too, with the kind of like, you know, have our community so all over the place. That's why I wanted to name this podcast All Over the Place, because when you start thinking about people's lives, they'll bring it up sometimes. Man, I'm telling you, man, I was all over the place. It just comes right out naturally, right? Yeah. And they basically be saying they got so much going on, right? Based on what's going on, that, man, they all over the place. Yeah. Right? And just like we here, just like, man, look, 2 years ago, I never could have thought I'd be at 2904 Minnesota Avenue. 2 years ago, I think I would never be here with him. I mean, we here, that's to go to show you don't know what the future entails, right? You could just line your ducks up, man, get them straight, and hope they be in line for a strike.
Like I said, man, you attract all that you need to succeed. And so the universe saw that you was trying to move into a new path in your life. And so it starts setting it, dropping those elements in front of you as it unfolds. So voila, we right here.
We right here. We right here. This has come a long way. We
Congratulations.
Listen, I want you to let's give a big round of applause to the people who have been supporting us from day one. Man, we got some people, man, that been on this line. When they were saying, listen, because you know, when you start something, people always say, man, I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah.
But how you gonna start a business and not be concerned about what your clientele might look like?
Right.
Or, you know, you gotta really get a survey of how you doing to grow, right? Sometimes people would take, man, y'all got something. You know, Dion be somewhere, man, that joint nice. Man, that joint, I watched it over there, it's funny, man. What, y'all, wow, keep doing. And then, you know, it might be that one person that just got a good heart, say, Slim, keep doing what you're doing. Because, you know, it's a uphill battle, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's an uphill battle when you minority-owned business and you work operating on your own finances and you trying to be professional and you dealing with your own people. You're going to run into snags, people being late and people not answering calls and people not paying fees. And so you got to juggle all that. When you start dealing with us, You're going to run into the slickest of the slickest.
I told my uncle yesterday on the phone, we was on the phone about 2 hours, my uncle Alvin. I said, Uncle, listen to me. When I came home from the penitentiary, I had already knew I wanted to open up a charter school. And I was riding on the subway when I moved up here because when I got released, I didn't want to get released in D.C. All of the cool dudes that was getting released, they was coming back. I say, damn, all of the cool, all of the fly, all of the known guys, they come home, then they go right back. You know what? I'm going to become a Bama. So I officially started calling myself a Bama in 2000. And so in 2001, 7 days after September 11 bombing, I was free. I ain't want to come back to D.C. I went to North Carolina.
Oh, so you moved to North Carolina?
I moved to North Carolina.
North Carolina's a good place to chill.
Yeah, I went down to Charlotte. I stayed down there for about a year and a half.
What you do? You work?
I was working in 2 group homes.
Okay.
And so I worked in 2 group homes on 2 different shifts. One shift I was working from Friday to Sunday. That was my 40 hours. And then from Monday to Friday, I was my 40 hours. So I worked with 2 different.
Was you single then?
You know, it's hard for me to be single, man.
So you was nailing motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So you was nailing motherfuckers. You're a warehouse motherfucker, nailing motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Hey, keep it real. You don't keep one. You working in that warehouse, nailing anything in Charlotte that's moving.
So look, I came up, I moved up here, and I was riding on the subway one day, and I was rapping to a little lady on the subway.
From Charlotte to DC.
To DC.
Okay.
Right? So I told a little girl on the subway that my dreams and aspirations, and one of them was I wanted to open up my own charter school. So about 2 days later, she texted me and sent me a seminar. She said that this is George Washington University is hosting a charter school startup seminar, and you got an email to go there. Now, bear in mind, I never sent an email in 2000 when I was released, right? So I had my partner to send an email, and both of us went. And as we went through the seminar, after it was over with, they had asked, what could we do to save the youth? And everybody was getting up and giving up all of these answers. And I say, listen, let me tell you the easiest way to get our children on education hard. Summons the best hip-hop artists and have the hip-hop artists to convert these various sciences into hip-hop. Guaranteed. They learn this math, music, art, science, religion, history, and moments time because they keep hearing it playing repetitiously on the radio. Man, after it was over with, man, they were so impressed with my answer that the lady asked, well, are you working at this time? I said, actually, I just moved up here from North Carolina. She invited me to her school called the Tree of Life Public Charter School that was on 3rd and 8th Street. Right down the street from where you cut. Okay, 3rd and 8th Street. Now they just turned into
that's by Chick-fil-A, right? No, all the way down. Just by the Giant.
It just turned into a condominium. Right. So I was working there as a primary. I went in there and blew that lady mind. She invited me to be a primary history teacher. So I worked there for 2 years until George Bush came up with that law called No Child Left Behind. And when Bush came up with that law called No Child Left Behind, a part of that law was if you had a felony, you couldn't work in these charter schools.
Right.
So they had to relinquish their whole roster of people with felonies.
Right.
I lost my job. I got my last paycheck. I bought me 2 Cane Corso puppy girls for down the line money. And I said, you know what? I ain't gonna never get fired from nobody no more. I'm going to business for myself. I said, I'm gonna start me a cleaning company. I went around the whole DC, Maryland, and Virginia making flyers and pass them around in every apartment building I could think of. And then next thing I know, a girl I was messing with from Eritrea, her name was Gazina. She cheated on me with a dude from the Wizards, right? And the dude got cut from the Wizards and got picked up by the Israeli team. So
the Wizard was nailing her.
So she in turn, she felt so bad that she cheated on me. She gave me a contract. So I started cleaning for the cleaning contract. I started cleaning for the Redskins and the U.S.
That's a heck of a way for her to clean it up. Give you a cleaning contract.
She gave me a cleaning contract. So my partner who went to that Stardom Up seminar with me, man, he paid for me to get the license and bonded and everything. Yeah. And so we hired all the homies. And as soon as I hired all of the homies, we was getting 12,000, 14,000, 16,000 every week. And about after 2 months, the lady told me they no longer want my service. I said, why? Because we're getting too many complaints. Knives coming up missing, folks coming up missing, bathrooms not being clean. I said, man, all my damn homies. You know what? I'm going to do this shit myself. Hey, Slink, I ain't even joking with you. I beat these streets in this DMV area until I got 2 congressmen that I work for. I work for a Secret Service. I work for 3 Border Patrol. I work for the top lawyer in America. His name is Jeffrey S. Tenenbaum. You know what I mean? He introduced me to people. The Congress introduced me to people. The Border Patrol introduced me to people. Now, man, I got a whole clientele of high profile.
You done built your portfolio.
Man.
Yeah, you got your network.
Man.
So your network is solid. Well, that's what it's all about too, is who you surround yourself with.
Yeah, so the essence of this is I went to jail for murder. I've been home for 21 years this September 18th.
So
I don't care nothing about what your past was, man, or what your past record is. Man, you could do anything if you believe in yourself.
I really agree with
and
you.
I believe in myself.
I agree with
so, man, the proof is in the pudding.
But that's you got it. You got it. You see now, I'm telling y'all, man. Man, listen. From where you at to where you was, Slim, that's like the whole alphabet, A to Z.
Yeah.
And see, this is the part where people now have a problem. It's the in between that they have a problem. See, that's where the vision get blurred. They know what A look like and they know what Z look like. It's all the in between. And a lot of times people don't know that a lot of their problems is when you say, when you gonna start? You gotta start now.
Yeah.
You know, they'll be like, I'm gonna do it next. Like you said, I'm gonna do it next week. I got my man, I'm gonna fix. You know, I'm going to school next month and then I'm gonna start, you know, what about tomorrow?
But it never materialized.
Right. You gotta start now. My older sister would be a big advocate of that. Like when she said, yeah, I got $100 for you. Come up here and take this check and just pay me later. So I get it. Say, you ain't gonna get it. I said, yes, I am. Say, no, you ain't. I said, why you say that? I said, because you ain't getting it now. You know, now mean now. You know what I'm saying? Now is the difference between now and never. See, that's how you got, that's what you got to look at it like. Now and never. See, but sometimes dudes think it's now and later because the candy we come up on.
Yeah.
But that bullshit.
Yeah.
Now later. You know what I'm saying? But it's really now or never.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Now or never.
But they trick us with that moment because now later is good as a motherfucker. But look, now later. Now or later. It's really now or never.
My wife walked on that front porch this morning, and you know what I was doing? I was reading out my scenes of my play with and merging the poems where I wanted them to go. And she said, what you doing, honey? I said, remember what I said? The only way for this play to get out is if I push it all the way through. Like I say about the books, like I say about anything. You can have, a lot of times people say what they want to do, but and then they try to go at it, but that's where the problem lies. What they want, what they do, and what they actually materialize.
Two different things.
And it has to be a relationship between the three. What you want, what you do is what you will materialize. So that's that karma. That's why, man, big ups to karma, man.
Yeah, I believe.
You know what I mean? What you put out is what you bring back. So
yeah, I believe so. Reap what you
yeah,
sow.
man.
World goes around. Nothing. People make the world go round.
Yeah, so I want this place. So I have to continuously keep pushing it until I'm finished.
I knew I was gonna forget the question. I think I wanted to ask you a question in reference.
You ain't forget it, you just feel the recall.
Yeah, I pushed it back.
The subconscious will release it again to your conscious.
I pushed it back because man.
Is that old age kicking in?
Yeah.
Slink out, you gotta be about 54. Oh, I'm 54. I'd be 55 this year.
I'm 58.
Oh, you 58? Oh, okay.
I'm 58. 3/26, 1964. Man, I'm blessed, man.
I remember when I first met you, man. I asked you, would you cut my hair?
How when that was?
Huh?
You had some hair back then. Right?
Yeah, I had hair back then.
You would wear kufis a lot back then. You used to wear kufis and you used to have them Chico sticks. You chew Chico sticks all the time.
Yeah.
That part of I talked to some dudes today about that part of our lives where, you really seeing there's something that also the city is missing too is confinement nearby. I still think that I don't never advocate for nobody to go to jail, but some dudes I wish they could go to jail before they get killed. Right? So I understand that the route that you're taking, I see a lot of people ain't in tune with what you're signing up for.
Yeah.
So they just thinking, man, I'm gonna do this. But you signing up for it all. You know, when you sign up for that stuff, man, you know, we signed up to go to jail. I remember one time I went to the cafeteria. I said, man, I got plenty of food in my locker. I'm behind big locker down T. We walking down the locker down T, right?
Yeah.
We walking down the hall. I said, I said, man, what the hell they got there? And he said, man, they got that motherfucking turkey meat. I said, man, I ain't going.
Or that shit on the shingle.
Yeah, they had turkey meat, bro. I
Yeah.
had a little Mexican burritos. I said, man, I don't want that shit, man. I ain't going. I said, T, I'm going. He said, man, I signed. T said, I signed up for this shit.
Damn.
I'm going up in this. I'm getting mine. And see, I understood what he was saying, right? He was saying, man, they owe him that. You know what I'm saying? He said, basically, I signed it. And I was like, man, fuck this. I ain't going to eat that shit. But not understanding what you're into, man, make you do some things that you really wouldn't do. See, these guys, a lot of these kids, they don't understand what they're into, man. I'm telling you, man, with all these bodies and all that, man, that's the way if you look at traditionally how them people done cleaned our city up, it's been all acts of violence. You go back to the 90s where they wiped the 90s, the most vicious they had, about 50 hitters back then, top name dudes from the 90s.
The prime
they
time.
wiped all them dudes out, took them all in, give them elbows and triple lives. And what they doing now is they had it a little easier because they had to go get witnesses and all that for them dudes, right?
Yeah.
So their trial was really harder than what these do because now they got camera, they got your own camera.
Everything.
So they, you know, it ain't like they need no witness. You right there.
Yeah.
Slim, I don't have to go get Ronnie Pooh and Timmy Yang to tell on you
Cameras
no more. So
everywhere.
now there's no deals.
Yeah.
Right? You don't have to go. I don't need you to cooperate on card.
Yeah.
I got Jay on camera right there. You talking? No, I can tell you what happened. No, I don't need you. So now they get 3 and 4 for 1. You see what I'm saying? You look at all the stuff that's happening. Prince George's Plaza. You got Prince George. Man, all our lives we ain't never had to worry about nobody getting killed at Prince George's Plaza.
In the mall.
In the food court.
Dang.
Prince George's Plaza, man. That joint done been remodeled, redone, and everything.
That just something just happened up there recently?
Yeah, somebody got killed up there the other day.
That's sad, man.
Yeah, walked right in the food court, killed the dude. But and shoot, cameras, they got the cameras on the
everywhere.
guy. So they got the guy, they see his face clear. I mean, it's crazy.
You know what I noticed about people today? And this ain't a shot to people, this is just an acknowledgement that people are partial. They're not total no more. Like, for an example, you love this podcast all over the place. You dealing in it in its totality. You put your all into it. You don't partially come and just give a portion, a little part. You all over the place. And when a person live their life in a total way, it brings about a totally different phenomenon. That's why I tell people, man, don't be no partial person. Be a total person. Either do something in its totality or don't do it at all. You see what I'm saying? Don't be partial. Because if you're doing partial, that's like me starting to cook a cake, but then I don't finish it. Or me cooking the egg.
Well, that's what they say.
But I don't finish it.
You know what they call that? Well, they say that's the food. You know, because they say the food is always beginning.
Yeah.
They do say, I got a workout plan. He stopped. You know what? I'm gonna stop at next month.
Partial.
You need to work out again. It's time. Man, I thought you was working out. No, I stopped for that.
Partial.
Start back 6 months now. I'm working out.
Yeah.
See, that's the food we always getting. The wise man starts from 1 point. That means that's what I was telling you about the regular people. From 1 point on, if you just keep straight, even if it's slow down, you'll get a lot further than the dude try to go left, right, fuck a you,
Wise
come
words
back,
spoken.
make a right. No, I'm going this way. You know, one time I was in the feds, and you know, the feds got the pretty grass and all that. It look like a campus. They make you think you're in college. But all the time, I got 130 months left. Ain't no damn college, you know what I'm saying? But it's pretty, you know what I'm saying? It's to calm you down. It's all to make you not to get, because you know, if you go in certain don't you see bow wows and all that, it may gives you an animalistic mentality. But if you want a place where it's peaceful, the grass is nice and all that, you know, it makes you calm down. Yeah, it makes you calm down. So I cut across the grass one day, D. And the guys told me, you know what he told me? Oh, you come on up here.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
We're going to get it on.
The guy told me.
Give him the sound, man. Let him know we back.
Oh, just entered the
We back in
building.
the building, man.
We just got 18 pounds to hold out presidential. Man, been getting murdered all summer long in all these golf tournaments. got a par 6, whatever that is. What is a par 6?
It ain't no par 6. Don't worry about it. You don't play golf, so don't.
No,
just-
give me a good score.
For what? For ATOs?
Yeah.
72. That'd be a good score.
That means what?
That means that it took you 72 shots
Okay.
over 18 holes.
That's
That's the goal.
Now let's go. Okay, now I'm getting a clear understanding that every time I hit the ball, it's one shot.
Exactly.
Okay,
So you get 4 shots. If it's a par 4, you get 4 shots
right.
to get it.
In the hole.
Pause, but yeah.
That's one of them church girls. 4 shots.
Yeah, but it ain't all par 4.
4 times.
So
8.
you might have
Yeah.
7. You might have
Well, that's why he said 72 is a good.
2 par 3s
So that means
on
he
the
wasn't
front 9
missing nothing,
and a
right?
par 5.
Every time you hit the ball, you knocked it in.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
something like
on
that.
from a golf, no homos.
Yeah,
you gotta go with all that,
say
no
pause
homo.
and all that.
Say pause and all that. Frank be
Get
listening.
in the hole and all that.
Nah, I don't be thinking like that. Slim.
Hold on, time out. I got to stop you. Tell me about what happened when you was in the play though.
Huh?
When you was in the play. Talk to me about that again. What you had just said.
When
You
I
just
was-
said it 5 minutes ago.
what-
You said you was in you was gonna be in a play.
I was in a play, not going to
Yeah,
be in a play.
so
I
what-
played a deacon. I played a drunk deacon.
Okay. And then what
That's
happened?
what I
though?
played, a drunk deacon.
Yeah.
And the play was phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
The
So
play-
once you finished it, then what happened? You said you felt like you was a
stop.
star.
Yeah, because I seen just a smidget of how fame. I immediately became like, they was like, man, you know,
How many people was that? How many people?
Oh, it was about 200. The whole compound gonna come, man. That's what
Where
I'm
was the
trying
play at?
The play was inside the institution. It was inside the people.
Oh, I thought y'all was down
No, it wasn't.
LaSalle or something like that, like 5th grade.
No, man. This was a serious play. I'm gonna tell you what the play was. I'm gonna tell you how good the play was.
All right.
The play. What's up, dog?
I thought you was like 5
The
years.
check is clear. Listen,
What's up, dog?
Listen.
Hey, Monday night, make sure you here. Make sure
Listen.
y'all are here
You know what
Monday night.
the play was.
It's on.
This was the play.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead,
play
man.
was-
I'm gonna get the food lord back, man. Go ahead.
The play was
I gotta hear this.
about a preacher,
Okay.
who had a very large congregation, but had one son.
Was this which way is up? Or?
No. See, I'm trying to. He had one son.
Was you Richard Pryor?
No, I was a deacon, man. This man, he on one for real.
All right, go ahead.
All
Go ahead. No. Hey, look, I'm ready.
Listen.
Season 3 is here. We here.
All right, man, listen, man.
Go ahead. Finish telling me about the play. Go ahead. So, what was your lines?
Mine, I was supposed to be a deacon in the church, a drunk deacon, because this church was falling apart. The pastor, it was written from a dude in Cleveland, Ohio, written the play,
Okay.
and a dude out of Detroit directed it.
Yeah.
The play was about a deacon, about a pastor who had a very large congregation.
Okay.
And his son got killed in a car accident, and he took a slight against God because he thought.
So it was a serious play.
Yeah.
Oh, this
God-
wasn't no funny.
No. God.
Okay.
He was mad at God for taking his son. So what he did is he used his church
Okay.
as a monetary thing.
Okay.
He put
All
an
right.
ATM in the church. It was everything. All the things he was preaching about was for money. Because he didn't care about God. He lost his faith in God because he lost his son. Right?
Okay, hold on. Get to the part where you was in. What I want to know what you
I was
did.
the deacon, man.
I just want to know what you was an extra or you had lines.
Man, I wasn't no motherfucking extra. Fuck that. I was a deacon, man. Them
So you had lines.
Man, I had lines, man. I had a little shaving cream bottle. I kept drinking up the shit. Man, look, I'm telling you, Slim.
Here we
Man,
go.
Listen.
See, this is where you
Okay,
had that
all
story
right,
from when you
okay,
was talking
okay.
about the Bible. This is where you came with that because you was a drunk deacon.
I'm gonna tell you.
That you know what? It's all makes
I
sense
can
now.
tell you who can vouch for you.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
There's only one person that can vouch for
Okay, tell me who.
you. Curtis Benny.
Oh, all right. You know I'm asking.
Hold on, why not?
No, we call him.
Yeah, we gonna call him right now.
Are we live? Are we hooked up?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, cool.
Well,
Let's call Curtis Binion so we can find out if Slink was really a drunk deacon and if he had lines. That's what we doing. Now, look, All Over the Place podcast comes back Monday night, y'all. Make sure y'all here in full effect, 7 or 7:30?
7:39.
7:30 to 9, y'all. Make sure y'all here. So, we'll make sure.
What's up, Kenny?
Hey, good brother. Listen, man. First of all,
Curtis Binion, what's up? This Dion.
thank you in advance. You're on the,
Hey,
You on the podcast? He questioning my skills.
let me ask a question. Can I ask? All right, go ahead. No, go ahead. Set it up.
I want to tell. He going to ask you a question about the play, which Kirk was also on the play. He the one that expired.
So what did Kirk play?
Kirk had a leading role. Kirk is the one that inspired me to get in the play because him and the dude was writing the play. Kirk, I'm telling him about the play that we was in, that I was in, and he said,
"Hey, no, don't say nothing about the play, Kirk. I'm gonna ask you one simple question.
Okay,
how many lines did Slink have in the play? How many lines did Slink have in this play that he was in? That's all I want to know. Just say, hey, I think it was like 4. I'm gonna be like, all right, cool. You ain't gotta tell me what he said. You ain't gotta do nothing. I just want to know how many lines he had.
He was actually one of the main characters.
All right, so what? Okay, so he said he played a drunk.
I told him I played a drunk deacon, and we was working on play 2. They had play 2. I was supposed to be. Tell him it was capacity crowd only in the jump.
It was standing room only.
Only.
Listen, Kurt is the one that inspired me because I seen Kurt in the play, and he was in the play with the dude.
I done heard it all.
He was in the play for the dude from Detroit. I was like, man, this joke, because I went to see him. I was like, man, this joke like interesting. Yeah, because you know, you got to get into something when you see it with the physical eye.
True.
Then you like, okay, you get into it, but
I'm with you.
I ain't want to be in it first. I'm like, I ain't ready no motherfucking play. Kurt was like, this is the practice.
So, hey, Dion, you don't believe?
No, all I want to know is how many lines he had in the play.
Man, he keep trying to minimize my little acting career.
He had 5 minutes of fame. I just want to see how if he really had 3 minutes. That's all.
This is the person my mother took. This is a Negro. He ain't been in no plays trying to figure out how many lines. This motherfucker ain't been in no. He's scared to death to go. Cause see, a lot of people think
everybody think they can act.
A lot of people think they don't think they can act.
Believe it or not,
do it in front of people until they do it.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Lord. Yeah, they
man.
I done seen some freeze.
They freeze up. It's because you're gonna be nervous in a little bit.
Hey man, with performing arts, the hardest thing to do is to act without lines. People think it's acting with lines is the hard, but it's to act without lines and make it convincing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's the hardest part.
I just had, you know what? Hey Kurt, to be honest with you, man. I just had to verify how many lines my man had. That was it. I ain't talking about nothing else. If he was in the play, he might have had 20 minutes. He might have just stood in the back. I don't care what he did. I just want to know how many lines he had. You didn't tell me how many lines he had, Kurt. You just said he was in the play. But it's all right. I'll go with what Slink said.
Man,
I'm going to go with what Slink said.
He done kicked me out of Russ Paul, Joan.
Hey, Tish.
I'm late, Dion. I miss you. Glad to see you back. Yeah, he back.
Yeah, we miss you on that, Dion, man. We need you back, man.
Hey, Kurt, Monday night we fully back. Don't even worry about it. We right back.
Hey, he trying to see. He give me a preliminary. He jumping on me this season.
I'm on it. Hey, it's season 3. I'm on him this season.
Together, man.
Season 3. Jump on
really
me.
Good together, man.
Hey, Kurt, we're not doing no welling. We're not doing none of that this season.
Man, season 3. Jump on me. This man done burned me up in the pre. Man thought I was hitting him. He think I be making all the stories up because I told him about, you got to.
Hey, I done heard a lot of stories.
But you got to give people, you know where I learned it from? I'm going to tell you something.
Okay.
One of the problems also in our community is we lost the art to hear.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Mm-hmm. So, if you don't hear, you definitely can't listen.
I'm with you.
So I'm saying that some of the things that we're doing now, it's all about us trying to get through people, man, with no voice at all. You know we the little man on the totem pole. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We the little man on the totem pole. But guess what? We so proud to have the people that we have that be engaged in what we doing, man, because, man, it's got to be affecting somebody.
It has to be.
And, man, people...
We talk about a lot of stuff.
Dion missing. They talking about Dion, they talking about the check didn't clear for Dion and all that.
They told me I got fired.
He got fired and all that. You know what I'm saying? He done went to Man, Mecca done grew him a lineage. Man, this man a Muslim and everything. He come in with a beard on. This man called Islam Alaikum. You know what I'm saying? This man,
Oh my
went away,
God.
man. Eric Benet, he
Hey
come
man,
back.
I went to Africa,
obscene
Kurt. I
rocker.
went to Africa, Kurt. That's
Yeah.
what I'm telling people. I went
This
to
man,
Africa.
he went to Mecca, man.
Hey, man.
Hey,
He man went to
I can't wait till Monday. That's all I'm
Man,
gonna say.
listen,
I ain't
but-
saying
but-
nothing
but
else.
on the real.
Yeah, we verified
on
it,
the
Kurt.
real-
I appreciate you, Kurt. You
Appreciate
lucky I ain't on the
Kurt,
I ain't
you
on
know
the
Kurt
board
gonna tell the truth.
because we got a lot of stuff on that
Man,
board.
appreciate you, Kurt, for saving me, man. I was out there on the raft, man.
Yeah,
They had me
you
slept.
saved him.
Right,
Hey,
bro.
even though you didn't tell us the real answer to the question, but I will take. You said he
Man.
was in it, so I'll go there.
Yeah,
Because I said, well,
we was actually on stage. We was actually on the second one.
Yeah, but-
we was on the second one. The first one was a smash hit. That's why I said I was shocked because people was coming out and said, "Man, you good, man? Slim, you took over the joke." And I was like, "For real?" You know, because sometimes
you ain't know, yeah.
you don't know how great you are. Sometimes people can see you sometimes
That's
better
it.
than you can
That's
see
it.
yourself.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
You see what
Especially
I'm
when you're
saying?
on stage.
Just like when you out of pocket, dude, like Slim, you
Yeah.
lunching, man. You like, fuck you talking about? I ain't tripping. Slim,
Well, hopefully
you
they'll.
tripping. No, sometimes the dude be like, man, get off me. I ain't lunching.
Yeah,
But the dude see something in that you can't see yourself because you gone.
I'm with you.
So I was, Kurt, thanks for putting
Hey,
me back.
hey, thanks,
Man,
Kurt.
I
You,
was way out,
you pulled a
mama.
rabbit out of the hat
Man,
tonight,
I was
Kurt.
at Ocean City. Now I'm back at Wild World messing with you, Kurt. I'm on 202, Slim. You pulled me back with that Northeast thing, man.
Hey,
Big out to
appreciate
Kurt,
you.
all-
Big
all-
up to Kurt.
All days, man. Shout
Yes.
out to my man. Rest in peace to
Yeah.
Big D from DeMarco Solo.
Oh, we got a
So
lot of
live.
Man, we
Yeah,
got a lot to
of
talk
them,
about,
man.
man.
Whew.
But look, we'll be back.
Oh, you already know, man.
Yeah, we always know, Kurt. Love you, man. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Guys, I see you on.
And catch us Monday, man.
I'll be there.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Let's get the food lord back.
Yeah,
He-
get the food.
he-
Let's
yeah.
first give Food Lord his props.
Yes,
man.
indeed.
Well, first of all, I'm gonna say this:
What?
we black owned.
Yes.
A lot of our guests look like us, and all of us, when we do stuff, especially because we do it amongst each other, we try to be professional. We try to be on time. We try to respond to people's calls. See, this is how the business grow. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We got to be like glue. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah, if he came at 7:50 and all short, I don't know where it's at. Man, this man was here before me. He was here, man.
He was waiting on you.
Man, staking the joint out. He done rolled around the block
Staking
3
the joint
times.
out.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm looking, he had the joint pointing at he told me, he looking at the graveyard. I'm here. I said, man, where you at? You ain't where you at. But all in all, man, I want to thank him for his professionalism. He made it real easy for me to get in contact with, man. And that's what makes stuff go.
Yeah.
And I try to be what I say. And, just like when you start, they say business is the reflection. And, man, people like, man, Slink, you always want to get the money part, man. When you start dealing with stuff, man, to get money, the money part out the way is a good habit.
Yeah.
It's a good habit. It's like that credit you talk about, Bill.
It's so funny that you say that because I got a friend of mine, right? Now he getting it. He getting it. When I say he getting it, he getting it.
Wait, that's a street term for he got all of them.
Oh no, okay.
Where is it?
He's making good money.
Okay.
He's an IT guy like me. So let me,
all our little Jones with the guns and all that.
let me calm down.
Listen to.
Okay.
We ain't
No.
Go ahead.
He's an IT guy.
Okay. All right.
He makes like $250.
Oh, he's getting it.
And he was like, "Hey man, come over here. Woo, you can get this amount of money." And I'm like, "Man, I'm good. I'm at peace in my job. I love my job.
Right.
I don't need the money part because I love what I do. I'm not gonna get stressed out to chase that 250 or 220. It would be good, but if I gotta do something different than what I'm doing right now, nah, I'm good. I'm good where I'm at.
Well,
But he getting a lot of money,
Well,
but it's a lot of stress on his job.
I'm gonna tell you
I don't want no stress.
Thank your good Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because if you could turn 250,
I ain't turned 250
no,
down.
I'm saying if
He
you,
was saying,
no,
come
I
over
understand.
here.
No, you
But it's a lot of
sometimes
stress
the grass-
over there.
Sometimes the grass ain't. It look green.
It
on the
look
outside.
green. It ain't
And then
green.
you get over there, man, and you lose. One thing about at this age, you don't want to be on no job where you feel like somebody constantly got a foot in your ass.
Man,
That's
no.
not gonna work. You know what I'm
No.
saying?
No.
Because you done got to a point in life, or hopefully people done got to a point in life where if dust comes and say, "Look, home, I don't need this job."
Yeah.
You got to be in a position.
So
where
you
one
need
day
it.
can walk
Be
away
stressed
from the
out,
job.
man.
Because it could get to a point where it could be, your mental health could be declining.
Yep.
Right? Anything on a job can happen. Some people on a job came back and kill everybody.
Yeah.
So it's
some people chase the money, man.
Those jobs definitely can get to a point where they override you because, you know, people like my wife was just, man, come on, look, we got honey. We ain't been in the air yet. She looking at me like, we ain't been in the air yet. Work, come on, work on. You know, all these restaurants and all that shit. We need to get in the air. You know what I'm saying? So I understand what she's saying. We need a vacation, right?
Right.
But, you know, we've been having so much going on, and our daughter trying to graduate. We always put everybody else plans before us.
Right.
We trying to get a daughter set up and this and that. You know, sometimes the parent get pushed a little back a little bit sometimes, right? And to keep a marriage saucy, you gotta elevate that jump.
Oh, wow.
So she says,
what you gotta do?
Elevate that jump. You know what I'm saying? You gotta elevate that. There's someone will think, man, Slink talking about the ass cheeks. You know, see, you got all kinds of dudes.
Great.
So when they see that, they just automatically go, man, Slink freaked out. He talking about the ass. No,
it is. What time? It is 9:20. But I'm with you though. So this is what I'm gonna do in season 3. Everybody need to take a vacation. I took a vacation. I took 2 months. Slink will tell you. I took 2 months. I needed it. I had to have it. So
I talked to my wife about that earlier. Because always
take a vacation.
That's
man.
when me and my wife have a meeting every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We have a meeting because we drive in. So a lot of times we discussing where we going
and what's going on
in our direction. We talk about different things.
Got to.
And we also talk about things that takes place in our marriage.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you got to still, before you start looking outside at everybody else, you got to take care of yourself.
Indeed.
And your own home dude trying to fix the world. You're trying to help a dude. Man, you're trying to help a dude with a woman. You ain't even got a woman.
Hey, right.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people do want to tell you
dudes
what
want
they
to try to help you, man. This what you to do when you without. No, I don't want to do what you do, home. That's why you by yourself. But I'm saying that it's things that, you know, you got to do. She talked about mental health, and I, you know, cause see, sometimes the male ego, sometimes it can get in your way too. You just like, man, I ain't no man, I ain't never getting mental health. You know, I can say, I don't give a fuck what happened. You know, we go into one of them bags where we think it can't happen to me.
Yeah,
right. I ain't breaking.
When you talk about mental health, though, we don't got people that talk to us about. It's not a lot of black males that are in that field to help us anyway. Well, so normally, if you go into
expose yourself.
Well, if you go and try to find somebody that you can talk to, you're normally going to get a black female. You're not going to get a black male. That's first of all. And sometimes you want a black male so you can talk to a male. Female going to kind of coddle you. If you get a male, he going to be like, he going to keep it 100 with you. Nah, don't do that. Or if you talking about a female or something, nah, man, go live your life, man. You whatever. So, but there's not a lot of black males that are in that field. And if they are, you know. Yeah, especially for mental health. So just in that field alone, and they don't give them to us. So, you know, you got to get, you know, and
so
ain't nothing wrong with
that. Is that a stigma towards us once again?
Yeah. And it's just not, it's not a, you know, right now it's a very lucrative.
I'm going to look into that. I can fix a few of you crazy
motherfuckers.
See, a lot of you motherfuckers.
See, you can't come at them like, you can't come at them like, they might go.
Some of you lunchboxes, I need to holler. See, some of them over, you got to joke them up. Man, stop tripping, man. That's how bad they used to do us. He's lunching on the boat, man. Man, shorty, tighten up. Oh, okay, big home. You know what I'm saying? He tripping, man. Oh, tripping up the playground off the boat. Man, shorty, tighten up.
Up the playground.
Okay, all right, big homie. See, you sometimes you gotta jolt them off.
Yeah.
Just like if you're a car where, you know,
you got jump start. You got to jump start.
Some cables and a jump start.
Yeah, jump start.
Right? It's a good car though. It's just the battery.
But sometimes they be launching.
The battery went there. Now you got people out here now, they're using drugs, imitation drugs. Then we get to a point now where people using fake weed. So we talking about
what's fake weed?
That's fake weed. K2.
Oh, okay.
But listen, dude.
See, I don't know nothing about
that.
So.
Dude, give me a little. No, we talking about see what you know.
Fake weed, real weed.
That's just in our community.
I don't know what.
So when you pull up at a gas station, you wonder why dude trip. You're like, hey, how you doing?
So he's on fake weed.
No, I'm just saying you need to know about. Be abreast. Be walking around. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I'm just going in to get some gas. I'm going to get gas, and then I'm going to leave.
You could get clogged though.
If somebody asks me for $3-4, I might give it.
Yeah, but I'm talking about somebody at the gas station who offered. I ain't worried about them pushing it because they're going to push it regardless. I'm talking about a patron that's tripping off a dude just walking, lunching off the fake weed, and you don't know. And
so you keep saying
first.
somebody lunching on the. I don't know what that looks like. Tell me
That's
what that
I'm
looks.
saying. That looks like a zombie. Yeah, it look like a zombie. It look like a dude, man. He might be talking to himself. Or, yeah, man, mother might just start cussing you out, and you're like, man, what is he talking about?
Okay, so what should I? So
you
if
are-
I'm pumping gas, I'm
Man, you
whistling.
man,
Just tell me what I should do.
You don't.
I'm whistling.
Listen. No.
I'm pumping gas. No,
Stop the whistling.
don't whistle.
Stop the whistling.
Okay.
Any little thing that he do.
Okay. So I'm gonna go. Okay, time out. Let's play it out.
All
right. I pull up Bennett Road, the Shell station right there.
No, he there.
I'm already look. I'm out of gas.
Okay.
Y'all already know I drive my car without
you
gas.
got you.
So look, I go get some gas. Let me get 20 on 4. Boom, pay him 20. Walk over there. So I'm just.
No, first of all, when you first pull up, you gotta observe how many people are actually in the gas station. Right, always. What corners you do? Some corners, dudes. You know, there's probably a dude that where you're going to pay to check your stash. See, daytime, right? Yeah, it don't matter.
No, day nighttime. Like if I go. Okay, so hold on, time out.
No, we're talking about you just in the scenario. Yeah. If you in the scenario, we know what we're gonna do.
I got hold on, time out. So you telling me? So I got like a quarter tank gas right now. So I'm about to go out. Man, what if I go to Herndon tonight and I'm riding home? Don't go there. I'm going to Herndon. So now I'm riding home. I'm in Forestville. I'm in District Heights. No. So now I'm gonna go to the. No, I'm gonna go to the. Hold on. I'm gonna go to the Royal Farms. I'm gonna go to the Royal Farms right there by the Forestville Mall. Yeah. So I'm gonna go get some gas. Let me get 20 on 4. Boom. Now I'm just going. Boom. I'm just gonna pump my gas. I gotta look around. How many things I gotta do? That way I can write this down. How many things I gotta do? I gotta look around. I don't know nothing about this.
You gotta look around, watch them vibe, and see who's standing because there's always somebody standing at the door.
It's like I live in Howard County. What I'm supposed to do? Get gas in Howard County.
Well, that's probably what you be doing anyway. You don't run into them.
I don't really
because you got gas. But I was just using the scenario. If you was in a place like that, hypothetically, like Jermaine said, you ran out of gas or whatever, you had to pull up because gas had went up. So you did see a lot more people walking back to their car with gas cans than I ever seen in my life. I seen the motherfuckers running out of gas when that gas was $6. Motherfuckers had running back getting them red jugs, faking and shit. These high price cars pouring in, trying to get to the gas. I almost got there.
Hold on, we got 3 minutes to go. This all I'm asking you. Cause see, I had these conversations all the time, and they tell me when you go out of the country, you can't just pull your card out and say you're an American citizen. See, me, wherever I go, I'm gonna pull out my, my healthcare card if I get sick or something. Here go my healthcare.
So you gonna put your healthcare card to get gas?
No, I'm saying if I'm out of the country.
Crazy.
No, but I'm talking about right now. See, y'all talking about I gotta go get gas. I gotta look around. I gotta see what they doing over there. I don't care about what they doing over there. That's not none of my business. So it's my business to know what they doing.
Yeah.
But what if I look over there and they say, "What you looking at?"
Nah, yeah. And that's your job too. You to look without letting them see you look. Now that's your job. Now you don't supposed to be
now
doing.
I gotta look without.
No, if you over there doing like
so how
this,
you do that? How you do that?
Oh, just like you take your peek when you first wham, and I see them over there. I'm counting.
Hold on, show me again.
Wham. He's just out there counting. Listen, Slim, I know how to get these motherfuckers. You ain't gonna trick me. That's a quickie. It's almost equivalent to how a woman look at a dude's gun. Bam. You know what I'm saying? So that's how women look at them Adidas pants and shit. You know what I'm saying? With a dude with a, when I'm
hey, see, we back. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, time out. So I got it. So all right, I get out the car. I'm like, bam, and
no, that's the deal. You looking too long, man. Yeah,
how long? Hold on. So it's, how many seconds? How many seconds? Like 0.5. Like
see, you get out the car. Bam, you gone. See, you all got to see him, and once you see him in your peripheral, okay,
so do I got
8 of them?
Okay, so. Okay, so when I'm driving up, that's when I gotta look around.
They're gonna have one at the pump. They working together.
So if it's like 4 of them standing around, don't just go to the next gas.
Nah, they working together. If you go in the joint, they're gonna be spread out. They're not gonna look like a threat. One gonna be by the where you gotta pull your car.
Okay.
Out.
So the first wham might be the first guy.
No, all of them together, but everybody got a position. The one there. One there by where you pay.
This sounds like algebra.
His job is to let him know what you got. The one at the pump, his job is to make a move on Then you got a lookout. You probably gonna have a lookout. Somebody's watching to see at the post. Man,
I'm just trying to get $20 over gas, Slink.
You gonna get $20 worth of gas.
Say what?
Yeah. See what J Boy was talking about was prevention. We was talking about defense. That's prevention.
So
don't go there.
let me get this straight. let me ask somebody. Okay, so Dion can't
Look,
get
she
gas
said,
tonight.
just don't get gas at night or in the hood, Dion. Lord, he wants to go to Minnesota Avenue tonight and get gas and say, "Hey, buddy, how's it going over there? You need a cigarette?" He one of them of us good. Hey, Sean, didn't you used to play for Coolidge? Man, and Sean, you know, them youngsters there. Yeah, I used to play for Coolidge. Yeah, he'd be like, yeah, I used to play for Coolidge. Come in for a minute, Slim. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they do.
Okay, so so just put the card in. Don't put no cash out.
That's it, man. We
So-
gone, man. Gone, but not forgotten.
All right,
Man,
all right.
we gonna
We'll
close
see y'all
out.
Monday, but
We're gonna close out. I'm gonna give y'all
because we're gonna bring this back come Monday.
Yeah,
So don't go in there with no cash. I guess what you saying. Any of this cash, don't go nowhere near the gas station.
Man, it's a motherfucking pool table.
OT,
This
what that
man,
mean?
that's what they.
OT, you got $1. You gonna say, oh yeah, man. Reach in,
Pull that
pull out your
money out.
wallet,
You're done.
and try to get him $1.
You're cooked.
Yeah.
You're done.
They just hit the bat signal on your ass.
I got a little saying that your mind and your environment should be one and the same. Any event that you go into an environment that don't match your brain, be very cautious.
See, I'm free wherever I go, but maybe I'm not free. Maybe I got a wham or whatever Slink said.
That shit gonna get you clobbered. Gonna get him clobbered with that motherfucking deacon.
Just woke up, it's a blessing. Time to go straight to smash it. Can't get no testimony if you ain't never
Monday night, y'all.
Won't hit my
Thank you,
phone, I'm
man.
pulling up, I ain't bought the beat taxes. And with that, with them people talking, we'll tell them the battle. You know they gon' believe you when you answer all they questions. That's why a real leader only move with real steps. This and that heavy metal, only way to deal with pressure. Just slice it up like some paper and throw it.
In reference to that position.
You say it's the ultimate driving machine too, right? Some of it. There it is. The emergency room. Okay. How we get it?
Yeah, he ain't gonna get no gas there.
Okay. There it is.
Get no gas. They praying for you.
Hey,
Man, this man great.
don't worry about it. Hey,
This man talking about going on Minnesota Avenue, looking over there.
Just woke up,
Barry
it's a
Rose
blessing.
looking
Time
over
to go
there.
straight to smash
What
it.
is the
Can't get no
difference?
testimony
How
if
y'all
you ain't never won't hit my phone, I'm pulling up, I ain't bought the beat taxes. And with that, with them people talking, we'll tell them the battle. You know they gon' believe you when you answer all they questions. That's why a real leader only move with real steps. This and that heavy metal, only way
see
to
y'all
deal
Monday,
with
man.
pressure.
We'll talk.
Just slice it up like some
we'll
paper
bring
and
it back.
throw it in the street. I hear they passing
That's
out
all,
in
man.
darkness to all the fellas. We know the story, we just waiting to find out who tell it. When they
Y'all have
send
a
me
good
down
night,
to
man.
the
We'll see
feds,
y'all.
I was really stressed. I told myself I ain't coming back, bitch. I learned my lesson. The devil was a lie. Why you acting surprised? Jesus told me he seen Satan falling out the sky. That's probably